the historic parish of St. Catherine, Jamaica, home to the world-famous Hellshire. Of course, the anomaly that is the Flat Bridge. And of course, St. Catherine is where you can find Jamaica's former capital, St. Jago de la Vega. Today, we call it Spanish Town City. We are at the Caribbean's leading sports training institution, the GC Foster College, for the grand finale of the Digicel Grand Prix Series. This is what we have been leading up to, ladies and gentlemen. 4 regional meets led up to today. The best of the best high school track and field athletes. They come out to showcase their talent. It is currently 29 degrees Celsius here at GC Foster College. It was drizzling a little bit earlier, but I have a feeling that the weather is going to be good to us this afternoon. My name is Shawana Banks, and it is my absolute pleasure to be with you here today for the grand finale of the Digicel Grand Prix Series. Joining me now to discuss everything Digicel Grand Prix are Ricardo Chambers and Juliet Campbell. Of course, Ricardo is SportsMax's very own track and field guru. Juliet Campbell is a former indoors 200 meters champions. Ricardo, I am going to start with you. It was 4 regional meets. Today we have the best athletes from those meets. Tell our viewers, how did these athletes qualify for today?
Well, as far as the Digicel Grand Prix Series is concerned, there are 10 events that make up the Digicel Grand Prix Finals, and we'll show you those in a little while. 8 athletes qualify per event, per category. There are 2 categories for each event. How do they arrive at those categories? On the girls' side, they take the best from Class 1 and Class 2, and the best from Class 3 and Class 4. So they combine Classes 1 and 2 as one category and Classes 3 and 4 as another category. This is on the girls' side. How do they get the best 8? It is the top performer from Classes 1 and 2 plus the next 4 best performances, and the top performer from Classes 3 and 4 plus the next 4 best performances to make it 8. On the boys' side, it is slightly different. Class 1 is a category by itself. So once you win your regional meet in Class 1, you automatically qualify for the Grand Prix Finals, and then the next 4 best performances. And then the second category on the boys' side is Class 2 and below. The winner, the top performer from Class 2 and below, plus the next 4 best performers make it here to have 8 in each event, each category at the Digicel Grand Prix Finals.
Now we hope that cleared things up for you a little bit. Juliet, what are you expecting here today from these young athletes?
I'm expecting an evening of exciting competition. There are some very, very good clashes that I'm looking forward to, and this will be an exciting event leading up to the Boys and Girls Championships in short order.
Now let's take a look at those Grand Prix events which Ricardo touched on earlier.
Yeah, the 400-meter hurdles, that's going to be the first event. We also have the 100, 200, 400, and 800 meters. Those complete competition, individual competition on the track. The discus throw, long jump, high jump, the field events, and then a couple of relays, the sprint medley and the 4x400. This is how they will garner points. If you win your event, you get 9 points individually, and then all the way down to 8th place, you will get a point. It is even better in the relays. They have an opportunity for more points. It's 12 points if you win a relay, 10 points for second, 8 points for third, real big points there, and you get 2 points if you finish 8th and last.
All right, so lots to compete here for today in the Digicel Grand Prix, and of course they are competing for $1 million in cash. The leading boys school and the leading girls school will walk away with $1 million each. Juliet, let me start with you. As a former athlete and as somebody who is in the track and field sphere, how do you foresee this $1 million benefiting the schools?
The schools are certainly look forward to winning this prize. The logistics behind getting ready for Boys and Girls Championships is extremely expensive. Travel, meal, boarding, medical, there's a amount of stuff that happens getting them there to championships, so I'm sure this prize will be greatly appreciated.
And of course, schools, athletes, they have a chance to win not just the $1 million. Digicel has afforded the chance for these athletes to walk away with something, Ricardo.
Yeah, without a doubt. So outside of the winning schools getting $1 million each on the boys and girls side is $500,000 to finish second. So they have a lot to fight for, and $250,000 to finish third. But opportunities as well for the individual athletes. Now, if you break a Digicel Grand Prix record, you're looking at $25,000. Yeah, it gets even better if you can break a national junior record. Then you're looking at $50,000. So the athletes will be looking to put their best out there on the track and in the field to ensure that they can nab these big prizes.
Now this is the 5th staging of the Digicel Grand Prix. Let's take a look at the previous winners. As you can see on the girls' side, it was all Edwin Allen High from 2015 till 2018. Ricardo, do you foresee an upset for the defending champions here today?
Well, as you said, Edwin Allen, they've won 4 years in a row, but I feel that Heidel have come in here and they have more qualifiers than Edwin Allen Heidel, and that gives them a slight advantage. The quality is also very good. I've looked at the numbers and I have Heidel actually getting the better of Edwin Allen here today and becoming the first team outside of Edwin Allen to win the girls' title here at the Digicel Grand Prix Finals.
And over on the boys' side, it has been a little bit more competitive over the years. St. Elizabeth Technical High School, they walked away winners in the inaugural year. 2016 and 17, it was St. Jago High. And last year, Calabar High, they were winners. But Ricardo, do you foresee a particular purple pride from Kingston shifting things up this afternoon?
Well, Kingston College have been on a roll, haven't they? They were superb at the corporate area meet where they blew Calabar away and dethroned them of that title. They come here at the Digicel Grand Prix Finals with the opportunity to do the same. And not many people would bet against Kingston College doing exactly that. They have a fine team. They have more qualifiers than Calabar. They are going to be very dangerous in the hurdles, in the 400 hurdles, where they have 4 quality athletes who can all medal in those events. They are decent in the sprints and the middle distances, and although Calabar will challenge them for much of this evening, I expect Kingston College to come out on top and win the Digicel Grand Prix title for the first time in their history.
Now, Juliet, do you agree with Ricardo on that? Do you foresee Kingston College creating the upset here this afternoon?
Very much so. Watching them last week, Saturday, they look to be the team to beat, and I'm expecting them to be the champions here today.
And now, of course, we have some favorites coming up. Like, who do you want to see, Ricardo?
Well, I want to see everybody. Who do you want to see, Juliet?
Same here. I'm looking forward to the competition. There's some really big clashes that will happen here this evening, and I'm just excited of what will come of those results.
I'm particularly looking forward to that 100 meter on the boys side, class 1. Now, you know, at corporate area champs, Michael Stevens, he sent his word out last week. Now, a particular young man from Jamaica College, do you think he is any at all perturbed by Michael Stevens?
Before I even talk about that clash, let's talk about Everett, right? Because this young man has been on the scene for a couple of seasons now. He's made Jamaica's team to the Carifta Games, for example, and for a long time we've called him Michael Everett, and then today he said, "Sir, my name is Michael Everett." Can you believe that? After all these years, we find out that it is not Michael Everett, but it is Michael Everett. Guess what? He's going up against Michael Stevens. Are they cut from the same cloth? Well, they are certainly 2 fine characters, and they have tremendous talent, and it is going to be a cracker of a race. Both will want to win. Both will want the bragging rights going into champs, and that makes for a classic Digicel Grand Prix 100 meters. Remember, Michael Stevens has won this before. He did that a couple seasons ago when he ran 10:37 at the National Stadium. Can he do it again? Oh boy, this one is gonna be good.
All right, now we know everyone, they look ahead to the 100 meters. It is exciting, but I'm looking forward to that 800 meter girls. Shaquina Foot of Petersfield and Cherokee Young of Heidel High, they don't know how to lose, but somebody is going to lose here today.
Yeah, somebody's going to have to lose in the girls 800 meters. And that's a deep field as well. Cherokee Young. By the way, let's get this right. She says her name is Cherokee. So
Lots of corrections for us here this afternoon.
we're getting quite a few of them. But Shaquina Foot is a fine talent. So is Cherokee Young. And that's going to be an amazing race. There's a young lady, Kimon Campbell from Spalding, who is also in that lineup, who will, I think, fancy her chances as well. But I think that's one is going to be Young versus Foot.
Absolutely.
Who is your pick?
To be honest, I have to go with Foot. She has won pretty much everything that she touches on the track, the 400 meters, 800 meters. So today I think I'd give her the upper hand.
Is there any other athlete or any other matchup that you're looking forward to here
Most
today?
definitely. I'm looking forward to the men 100 meter. Vassiano from St. Jagans, Stennett from Kingston College. This will be a very, very good matchup. Stennett has run 10:37 this year. Vassiano ran 10:61 last year. But so far this year, Stennett seems to be running much better. So I'm looking forward to that competition.
Yeah, that's an interesting matchup. I remember at the start of the season, I think it was the Youngster Goldsmith Classic in February. Vassiana, who has run a lot this year, took on the Kingston College number 2 or number 3, whichever way you look at it, Adrian Carr, and he beat him. And Stennett said, I am the man you should be beating. And he said, don't worry, I'm not ready for you just yet. Give me a few weeks. I tell you what, he has to be ready for Tariq Stennett tonight. That's going to be a fantastic race as well in the junior boys 100.
And finally, two amazing young ladies from Edwin Allen High, Tia Clayton and, of course, Kevona Davis. Lots to expect from them here this afternoon.
Well, Kevona Davis is an absolute star, isn't she? 11.16 and 22.73 last year. 22.73, third fastest by a Jamaican junior. Tia Clayton, her teammate, who is in class 3, younger, has run 11.37 this year. She's the fastest 14-year-old in the history of track and field. Juliet didn't run that fast at 14.
No, I certainly did not. She's exceptional talent, and I'm definitely looking forward to see her performance here today.
All right, you don't go anywhere because we have all of that and much more for you here at the Digicel Grand Prix Final. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Hello? Do you have point standing so far? Okay, we're going to come back and we're going to talk about Tina Clayton and Brianna Liston. And we're going to talk about Wayne Pinnock, Christopher Taylor. How long you can give us now? Sorry. 2 minutes?
Ask him what he's going to go to. Ask him where he's going.
What are you going,
So what are you going to go to, Phil?
So why not let us just talk?
What you going to go to?
We have Ricardo. He's a talker. We know that.
Huh?
Yes. We could just listen, record it.
What's some of them there?
And see if you can get the points.
I couldn't tell you because I wanted to tell you that you didn't need to rush because them not nowhere near ready for it.
Welcome back to the GC Foster College. This is the grand finale. The day we have been waiting for, the Digicel Grand Prix Finals. Of course, we continue our discussion on the matchups here today. We're going to be looking at the Class 2 and under girls 200 meters. The matchup is between Tina Clayton and Brianna Liston. We're expecting fireworks there as well, Ricardo.
Yeah, Tina Clayton was quite impressive at the Central Championships when she beat Brianna Liston, and she did so comfortably as well. Can she repeat that today? It's gonna be quite interesting to see if she can repeat that today, Tina Clayton. The expectation is that she will repeat it. Brianna Liston has a lot of work to do. She's going to catch up with the Edwin Island twins. Remember, a couple years ago, Brianna Liston was the darling of girls champs when she dominated Class 4, the first Class 4 athlete to go under 24 seconds in the 200 meters. Guess what? She's moved up into Class 3. This is her second year, and she's finding life very difficult. Can she turn it around tonight? Well, I tell you what, most people are betting against her, but let's see what will happen.
Anything can happen here this afternoon. It may be an evening of upsets here at the Digicel Grand Prix Final. Now, we are also looking forward to seeing lots of other athletes, not exactly matchups, but just seeing the mere performances that these athletes bring here this afternoon. And we cannot go any further without speaking of one Christopher Taylor of Calabar High School in the boys 400 meters.
I don't know if many people realize, but Christopher Taylor is coming to the end of his high school career, and what a stellar career he has been. He has been mentioned as probably the greatest athlete to perform at this level in the land of wood and water. He's been magnificent all over, and he's also been superb in the Grand Prix. He still has Digicel Grand Prix records at 100 meters in the junior boys category. Can you believe that? At 10:44, he's the fastest under 17 performer in the history of the Digicel Grand Prix series. He has the under 20 boys 400 Digicel Grand Prix record as well, and he says goodbye tonight to the Digicel Grand Prix series. He runs over 400 meters.
Juliet, I know that he's also one of your favorite athletes. You love watching the young man. This is his final night. What do you expect from him?
I had the privilege of talking to Christopher 2 days ago, and he expressed to me that he will come out here today to put in 110%. So I'm looking forward to a big performance from him. This is his last blowout, he stated, before going into the Boys and Girls Championships.
Ricardo, I'm going to pick your brain a little bit more before we go to the track for the races. Just tell our viewers, talk to the viewers about other athletes to look out for here this afternoon.
Well, there's Kimar Farquharson in the 800 meters for under 20 boys. Remember, 149.7 at the corporate area meet, beating Dejon Blackman of Jamaica College. They come back for another hot contest. Remember at the Gibson McCook relays, which you saw right here on SportsMax, Kimar Farquharson made up about 10 meters on Dejon Blackman and won what was the race of the Gibson relays. Looked even better at the corporate area meet, and we expect another fine battle coming in here today. So that's another of the events that we really do have to look forward to. There's Wayne Pinnock in the long jump for under 20 boys. Remember, he's 7.99 at his very best. Where did he do that? At the Digicel Grand Prix Final in 2018. He's going for that record again. He's already jumped over 8 meters twice this year. They were both wind-assisted performances, and he said, listen, God is restricting that real 8-meter jump, but it's going to come at a special moment. Maybe that special moment is tonight.
It would be great if it was tonight that we see Wayne Pinnock perform at his absolute best. If you are looking forward to see one Akira Nugent, she's not here today, Ricardo. Why is that?
Yeah, said she felt a little tightness in her hamstring when she woke up this morning, and the coaching staff made the decision that she wouldn't compete here, which I guess, Juliet, is the right thing to do with boys and girls champs so close.
Most definitely the right decision by the coaching staff of Excelsior. She's one of the favorites at champs. She's expected to win her events. She's of exceptional talent, and I personally would not have taken the risk running here to her here today either.
All right, any closing words, any final words from you guys before we turn over to the commentary team?
It's going to be a great evening. You don't want to go anywhere. You want to sit right in front of your televisions. You don't need the remote if you're already on this station, because you are in for 3 hours of magnificent track and field from GC Foster College.
What else is there to say? Keep it tuned right here to SportsMax, your home of champions, as we see the best young champions perform here this afternoon. I turn you over now to the commentary team of Donald Oliver and Hubert Lawrence.
Thank you very much, Shawana. Yeah, bright sunshine here at the GC Foster College as dusk approaches here in Spanish Town, and we are looking forward to 3 hours of action-packed track and field, as Hubert Lawrence is with me upstairs in the commentary box. And from this bird's eye view, what are you looking forward to?
It's going to be a great evening of track and field. We get together again in my town, Spanish Town. Bright sunshine coming across from the hills, and the fans behind us down are lined up in great numbers, and they're going to enjoy the stuff. The things the guys talk about at the opening, comeback, Kevona Davis and Michael Stevens in that 100 meters, people to watch today.
Yeah, a little bit of sheen from the meet based on the fact that Akira Nugent of Excelsior will not be taking part here, but still so many stars to look forward to. As you mentioned before, Kevon and Michael, 2 of them, and there are others as well.
Akira has her hands full with Crystal Morrison of San Diego in Class 2 in the sprint hurdles, even though she is the World Youth Best setter this year, so has to make sure she's ready for that clash. What is that now? 7, 8, 9 days away from now at championships, but the meet's still chock full of quality. Young Tina Clayton in the 100 meters. Kevona Davis, I talked about her as well. Michael Stevens. Chris Taylor's in this meet as well. Calabar captain, outgoing senior in the 400. Won at the corporate era championships. 45.82 this season. Has been on walk control since that time. Won the corporate era championships, and as Calabar captain, wants to come out here today, put on a strong performance.
He wanted to make a statement last time out, and he did so really well at the Gibson at the corporate era meet. Because Calabar, they have a few injury worries. Many people feel that they are vulnerable this season, even for this Digicel Grand Prix finale.
I think they're over the injury worries. The issue is whether or not those injury problems put them behind schedule. The book on Calabar, they peak in March for championships, and so when you talk to the Calabar people after corporate area, no worries, no concern, just gritty determination that they're going to be ready for what they think is a big show, Boys and Girls Championships. On the flip, those men in purple, Kingston College, they told me that they won the Manning Cup after 32 years, and they're getting set to win their 32nd Boys Championships a week and a half from now.
So they're saying that the stars are aligned, but it won't be the first time that we hail Kingston College as a favorite in football as well as track and field. What could be different for them this time around?
They look fitter, generally speaking. They look deep and wide. They've got quality in the sprints, in the hurdles, in the throws, in the middle distances, in the jumps, in the relays, and so this feels like a big, strong, powerful Kingston College team. That's different from last year. 2017 champs, very close, 3-point champs, 2 teams over 310 points, and the age alignment is back again. Those boys who were seniors are gone now, but the rest of the boys back in that same age alignment that gave a 3-point champs 2 years ago. So could be a close one, we'll see.
We're seeing the last of the GC Foster Classics before the Digicel Grand Prix Finals get underway, hopefully in a few minutes' time. But Hubert and I will be continuing the discussion here as we take a look at what's happening in the 400-meter hurdles on the boys' side. Let's talk a little bit about the girls in Edwin Island. Of course, they've won every year this Digicel Grand Prix series. All eyes on them this season, despite the fact that Heidel, they have more entrants in the finals here. Perfect setting for Heidel to create an upset.
Wouldn't be an upset in the Grand Prix Finals because they have more qualifiers in and have put up a very strong performance all day long. That's 53.49 on the track, 4 hurdles. I think that's Shantamoy Brown of KC. Tuning up for a good performance, last in the final last year, fell in the hurdles and got back up, and so Sam was coming on again. But I think Heidel, under Corey Bennett, have put together another strong team. The book on Heidel, Salmon gone, Monifa Green gone, and Matthews gone to the Queen's School would blunt their attack, but they've come back with a team that is just as good as the team they had last year, and are going to give Ednalin concerned to make sure they keep performing very well at champs. Today might be their day.
Yep, looking forward to that as we take a look at the last race here, the 400-meter hurdles. So we are going to start action in the Digicel Grand Prix series with the 400-meter hurdles for girls. And as we said before, Kira Nugent will not be a part of it. So we're looking to the likes of Lashana Graham of Edwin Allen to probably just lead the charge there.
She's the central champion, and again, the Edwin Allen people very, very confident that she's going to win at championships. Not sure what Shakina Foot's going to do. She's looked good in the event so far from Petersfield. We know that Cherokee Young, who had toyed with the event, is not going there this season. She's going 400 and 800. So Foot in the 4 hurdles, and Graham down the stretch at champs is going to be great. But today, Graham is very good from Petersfield. She is Foot's teammate. And when you look at the field now, maybe she is just the person to take charge of that event when we come to Digicel Grand Prix time today.
It's interesting that we are seeing quite a few Class 1 athletes making last-minute, well, not last-minute decisions, of course. They have spoken with their coaches about the type of events that they want to take part in. Do you agree with certain of those decisions that have been made this season?
Sometimes it is a last-minute choice for us. We hear about it last.
Yeah.
But I get the sense that pretty often the coaches have made their mind up already. And on the track there, McQueen Henry, the caliber #1, 52.60 to win his race in the boys' 4 hurdles. Time comes down to 52.04. So again, we hear about the decisions late, but I think sometimes the coaches know months in advance how they're going to place their staff, and they're not going to let you know until the very end. Beside him, Jeremy Farr, former Class 2 4 hurdles champion, had a bit of a cramp at the corporate area champs at 4 hurdles. Doesn't look completely comfortable, but must be pleased now that he's come back a week later, able to complete the race, stopped at corporate area championships, and has come in a time that is low 53s. He's in great shape this season, had some issue at the corporate area championships, and now at 53.15 in second, we can put him back on the spreadsheet.
Yeah, he has come from far, finishing behind Nicky Quinn Henry, 53.04. I just had to throw that in there.
You didn't have to.
I'm taking your lead, actually.
You didn't have to.
I didn't have to.
You didn't have to.
Well, still quite a few races to go before the Digicel Grand Prix. They are running quite a few minutes behind, actually. Of course, some seniors would have taken part a little bit earlier in the day. The likes of Asafa Powell would have won his 100-meter heat. 10.3 he ran. Of course, Shedian Fraser-Price would have taken part in the 400 meters as well.
It's a very important development meet.
It is.
Into which the Grand Prix finals are embedded. And this is the nice thing about the Grand Prix. Central champs, Eastern champs, Western champs, corporate era champs, that's brand new. And here the finals here are all part of establishments except for the corporate era champs. And the sponsorship has kept those meets going and has brought a new meet, the corporate era champs, to bear on the schedule. So that's the beauty of the combination of the several events. So this is the GC Foster Classic with the Digicel Grand Prix Finals embedded in it.
We would have seen quite a few stars, of course, taking part throughout the course of the day. And of course, the big event, the televised portion, the Digicel Grand Prix Finals, to begin in short order with the 400-meter hurdles for girls.
Looking forward to Chris Taylor of Calabar in the 400 meters. He is 44.88 last year. That's the national junior record. No longer a junior. Last year at Calabar. When you talk to him, I get the sense he wants to go up with a bit of a bang. Wants to carry Calabar to an 8th straight championship, yes. But individually, has his eye on those big marks. 44.93 Akeem Bloomfield KC 2015. And of course, that brilliant mark, 20.25, but incomparable Usain Bolt in 2003, 20.25.
I know you don't particularly like talking about the younger athletes and the times and laud them too much over it because they have so many years in front of them to look forward to develop their own skill. But I mean, what the Clayton twins have done in particular at Tia over 100 meters, it's just something special there.
It's special. I think we have to enjoy them now. The future holds no guarantees, but you're on the map when you run that fast, and that's what the facts are. And so with 11.37, which is very, very fast for sprinters on the US collegiate circuit in Division 2s and some of the D1 colleges. That's fast for 11:37. That's very fast for someone just 14 years old. I think she's going to grow, she's going to develop, she's going to get stronger. When I talked to Coach Michael Dyke about Tia Clayton and 11:37, he said she's not a particularly hard trainer. Just does what's necessary to keep fit. And so when she gets to a stage later and she begins to train meticulously, maybe if she grows and develops, there's more. And in women's sprinting, you've got tall sprinters, short sprinters, stocky sprinters, so the body type is not a limitation either. Shannon Fraser-Price is small and is maybe the best 100-meter sprinter of all time.
Julia Campbell has joined us inside the commentary box just to bring her in to the conversation here about how, well, even girl sprinters or girl athletes, how they mature throughout the years and how they have to adapt as they go up in class. How difficult was that process?
It's extremely difficult, especially here in Jamaica. The competition is fierce. You may reign one year, there's no guarantee that you're going to come back next year and be the champion. So we're seeing that right here with Brianna Liston and the Clayton sisters. So it's interesting to see what will come of this competition.
All right, so we're going to take a quick break here from the GC Foster Classics as we take a look at the just concluded event, the 400-meter hurdles for Class 2. When we come back, we have more action from the track.
On your marks. Set.
Welcome back to the GC Foster College for the Digicel Grand Prix Finals. And we're just about ready to get on the way here in Spanish Town as all eyes are on the track for the very first event of these Grand Prix Finals, the girls 18 and under 400-meter hurdles. Hubert Lawrence, Julia Campbell with me still, and this is something to look forward to, this first event here, despite the fact that there is no Akira Nugent of Excelsior High.
Still is Lashana Graham, though, the central champion, tall and slim, and has a shuffling gait. The Edwin Allen people feel very confident she will win both here and that championship, despite the presence of great talent like Shakina Foote from Petersfield in this event.
So Akira Nugent must have been in lane 4, but that is empty, and we really are going to be missing her. It would have been an interesting battle between herself and Lashana Graham, as I said before, the central champion. There she is in lane number 5 from Edwin Allen High. And I don't want to say it's a foregone conclusion, but she's now the heavy favorite, one suspects. And let's see how she handles the pressure again of performing at the home of Central Champs, the GC Foster College.
Edwin Allen has a fine record at 400-meter hurdles. In their history is Tracy, the world champs bronze medalist, the Olympic finalist. And I think the girls at Edwin Allen frankly look up to her and do their best to match her strides as they come through. Here's a field. Brissett close to us, a St. Diego transfer to Homewood. Great on the flat, and behind her Stewart. That's Foote's teammate at Petersfield. She's second at Western Championships, and the St. Catherine Hills look down on this wonderful venue, GC Foster, and we get set for action on the track in the 400-meter hurdles.
Tuckloff Alpha in 1, Steen of Rusiz in 2, Schaff of St. Mary High in 3, Graham of Edwin Allen in 5, Stewart of Petersfield in 6, Brissett of Homewood in 7, and Rose of Hydel in lane number 8. The first event of the Digicel Grand Prix Finals. Girls 18 and under 400-meter hurdles. Sent off. All eyes on lane number 5. Lashana Graham, Edwin Allen in the blue, starts out really well. Further out is Tafara Rose of Hydel. Also there, Brissett of Homewood Technical, but Dennis has gone out really well for Edwin Allen and is pretty much leading the charge here. There she is in the light blue at the back of the shot right now, but she's definitely at the front of the field. Brissett trying to keep close, but it's Dennis at the moment. Let's see what Lashana Graham at the moment with the lead. Brissett in second spot. Graham now into the straightaway. Has some challenge now from Brissett. Brissett with the lead. Brissett clean hurdle. Oh, and Graham is down for Edwin Allen. And Danielle Brissett will win this one. 58.65 seconds for Danielle Brissett. Tragedy for Lashana Graham of Edwin Allen. But Brissett of Homewood Technical winning that one.
Took her eye off the hurdle, did Graham down the stretch, and that's 58.69. And that breaks into new territory for this season in the 400-meter hurdles. That's fast in the corporate era time, 59.80 for Nugent. Here is the final straightaway. In the light blue, the slim girl with the shuffle is Graham of Edwin Allen. Clears hurdle number 9, gets into the straightaway. On the left-hand side, Brissett, faster on foot speed. They come now to the final hurdle in the straightaway, and the lead leg takes down the Edwin Allen girl, and Brissett is all alone to the finish and takes it 58.69. PR for her.
That's quite unfortunate what happened to Graham. This is definitely the level of competition that we're looking forward to today here, Hubert.
So we'll take a look at the times here with Brissett going home in 58.69 seconds. The only athlete to go under 60 seconds, Abigail Schaff of St. Mary, second in a minute 00.02, and Tafara Rose third of Hydel, a minute 01.20 seconds.
The winner here today, Danielle Brissett, with a personal best. Do you believe that this race, you were pushed by Graham before she unfortunately fell?
Yes, I was pushed because I didn't want her to go and leave me on the curve, so I had to run. And it was a great race, even though it was messy at start, but I pulled through.
And you came out here with your personal best. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Danielle Brissett there, winner of the girls 400 meters hurdles.
So eventful start here for these finals as Brissett coming out on top Daniel Brissett of Homewood Technical from lane number 7, winning the first event at these Digicel Grand Prix Finals. Second event coming up, the boys 15 to 16 400-meter hurdles. In effect, Class 2. As we take a look at the lineup, Walker in 1, Simmons in 2, Pierce in 3, Campbell in 4, Brown in 5, Bell in 6, Pierce in 7, and Utah in lane number 8.
The Pierce brothers of Petersfield face those two good boys from KC. Brown is the corporate era champion, 53.4. His teammate beside him, that's where the race is. Maybe Brown has the edge. 53.4 at corporate era champs.
Jaden Brown in lane number 5 has got out best. Not the best start for Ryan Campbell. In fact, it seems to may just have been laboring there, and he's out of the pitch at the moment. So it's Jaden Brown of Kingston College with the lead. On the outside, trying to keep tabs at Jaheen Bell, but he has some work to do. Further outside is Shamar Utah of Woolmer's boys, as well as Jamar Pierce of Petersfield, now losing ground. So Jaden Brown of Kingston College with the lead, and it seems to be drawing by the second for Jaden Brown. Let's see how he clears this one. Yep, it's pretty comfortable for him. Just a matter of what the time is going to be for Jaden Brown. Coming in on the inside, Shamar Pierce of Petersfield trying to close that gap. But Jaden Brown will hold off Pierce, and Brown crosses the line in 53.60 seconds ahead of Shamar Pierce of Petersfield.
53.4 last week, 53.60 this week, and look comfortable under control. His teammate not looking quite so good, seemed to have run around just to make the points, but a good win by the KC man, well clear of Pierce of Petersfield. Here he is, Judith, coming into the final straightaway with the race full under control.
Yeah, he took command of this race from the beginning, kept his composure, powered on, got the win, looking really, really good doing it.
Yeah, the fact that the other Kingston College athlete, Ryan Campbell, decided to just, let me just run for the point. It proves how much Kingston College want this title so badly here today.
I wonder if he's okay. I mean, if you go out there and can't run the race at full speed, you're not 100% clearly. And this KC campaign, so good because they're all in such good shape. That's the first person I've seen for KC all season who seems to have some sort of problem.
Yes, I'm not sure what the method was behind that, but he went in and got KC 1 point. Every point here is important today. So
and the Kingston College athlete did win. Jaden Brown, 53.61 seconds. Shamar Pierce of Petersfield finishing fast for second in 54.04. And Shamar Utah Woolmer's 54.72, completing the top 3. Up next on the track, the Class 1 version of the 400-meter hurdles for boys. Boys ages 17 to 19 in effect.
This is a fantastic event. Rommel Plummer, formerly of Monroe, now at Kingston College, is in lane number 5. 51.08 last week. First time they've gone into sub-52 territory and brought the whole corporate era field with him. A boy I like is in lane number 6, Javed Jones, BB Coke, the Western champion. Western Championships run on the grass at Stet, so we don't really know how good he is on this surface at this time of the season. So those two boys for me, and in lane number 4, there he is on the inside with the headband. Shamar Brown of Petersfield looked around off the hurdle 10 at Central Championships and eased down. Is just learning the event with Oliver Robert Haywood and is improving every week he runs. Lane 7, Anthony Danvers, Calabar, second at corporate area, in the 51s as well, dangerous.
Senior in 1, Archer in 2, Smiley in 3, Brown in 4, Plummer in 5, Jones in 6, Danvers in 7, and Brown is in lane number 8.
Having a great season. That's Shantamar Brown on the outside. Fell in last year's Class 2 finals, crossed the line, down a bit, has a lot to prove this season for himself. So let's see how Shantamar Brown goes from the outside lane.
as you said, Hubert, Javed Jones from BB Coke is one to watch here in this race. He could be an upsetter.
Not the best start by Jamel Plummer. Brown goes out well. Plummer has some work to do in the middle of the field. Javed Jones is there or thereabouts. Devontae Archer in lane number 2. Keep an eye on him for Excelsior. But in the middle of the field, it's pretty much action-packed. Eyes on Romel Plummer. as well as Javed Jones. Plummer in the lead. Jones trying to come back. On the inside as well, Shamar Brown of Garvey Massale. Rommel Plummer now tries to turn it on as he enters into the home straight. The Excelsior athletes on the inside trying to close that gap. Archer. Plummer hits the hurdle but doesn't really lose his stride. Plummer comes through to win. 51.62 seconds for Rommel Plummer. As the Calabar athlete Anthony Danvers actually went down. Big points for KC in this 400-meter hurdles class 1.
The favorite obliges, sat in the blocks, danced out to the first few steps and came back full of control. You'll see him on the top curve, look across to his teammate, Shantamar Brown, left side to the screen. Shantamar Brown's hurdle at number 7, not quite so good, but Plummer, Monroe to KC, in full control here. Run the legs off the field. On the inside, from Excelsior, Devontae Archer, second last year in class 2, third here, and it's a KC 1-2 Juliet.
Yes, Kingston College came out here today to dominate this event, and they certainly did.
Plummer biting his time at the start, as we see young
Like
Anthony
Danvers on the
Danvers
outside.
crashing to earth with that one after colliding with that hurdle. Managed to complete the race, so got the point for Calabar.
Did he fall out of his lane because he's lane 7, he's there in lane number 6. Started life as an 800 boy in class 3, has moved out to the hurdles, as many people do. Tough to see him go down like that.
Plummer winning in 51.62, Shantamar Brown second in 52.30, and Devontae Archer third in 52.53 seconds.
All right, I'm joined by Rommel Plummer. You just saw him won his race just now. At the end of the race, I saw a little grimace on your face. It turned out into a smile. What was that about?
Well, to be honest, I just came out there with the right mindset to come out and win. I did expect the time to be fast, but as you see, the time turned out to be fast, and I'm very happy with my performance.
You were telling me about a little pain in your knee. What's that?
Yeah, it is nothing really, because I've been training on pain, so to just come out there and perform, it was nothing. I feel very good about myself.
Good job. Thank you.
Thank you too.
Rommel Plummer there of Kingston College.
The Donald left the building, and with us now, Ricardo Chambers.
Thank you very much, Hubert. I think you've done a lot better than you did a week ago when we were at the corporate meet and you tried to introduce me.
Played with a straight bat today. Last week, nice shot down through the covers.
We're getting ready for the girls 400 meters under 18. This one includes Anika Makanova Fidel. She goes in lane 5. She is the favorite, the central champion, but Ricky and Russell Homewood Technical might have something to say about that.
Not quite in last year's shape, where she was irresistible in class 3, Ricky and Russell, but Makanov, a bright prospect for the future.
Rashika Byfield Lakovia, the Western champion, in lane 3.
Lakovia has Brian Roach in class 2 with the boys and had Shawnee Staple last year.
Sent off. Watch Anika Makanova Fidel in lane 5. She already closes down on Ricky and Russell. Dejanay Oakley of Clarendon College on the far outside in lane 8, going strongly as well. But in the blue and gold of Fidel is Anika Makanov alongside Ricky and Russell and Duane, both of Homewood Technical. Russell though picking up in the third 100 meters, and Makanov tries to stick close to her. Makanov and Russell, this was expected to be the big battle, and indeed it is. Makanov of Fidel, Russell of Homewood Technical, and a tremendous battle ensues down the stretch. Anika Makanov, like she's done for most of this season, comes through and gets there first in a super 52.84. She has smashed the Digicel Grand Prix record That is an amazing performance from Anika Makhanoff. It's rounded up to 53.12. It's still a Grand Prix record and a super performance from Anika Makhanoff.
That's an impressive run, Ricardo. I personally know how tough this competition is. This event is actually, and she held her composure and she dig to the line. It's a very, very impressive run.
Yep. Annie McLaughlin, Homewood, back in 2002, under 54 and 53 seconds in Class 3. Only person to do that. This is 53.12 in Class 3. And Makhanoff, a delicious prospect for the future. Don't like to put that label on people, but tall and smooth, and you see the movement across her chest still has to learn how to run properly, but wonderful prospect at Heidel, Anika Makhanoff.
Digicel Grand Prix record 53.12 for Anika Makhanoff. Ricky and Russell not bad herself, 53.46. That's under the previous Digicel Grand Prix record. And Dejane Oakley of Clarendon College finishing in third at 54.83. That's a high quality junior girls 400 meters.
Very impressive. And Russell looks like she's back to the form she was in last year.
Except she met someone who was in even better form. We get to the junior boys 400 meters final now. It includes the former Class 3 champion Devonta Haywood of Monroe College, won the Western Champs Class 2 title and looked fabulous on the grass at Stets.
When I look at those times and see 49.7 for 400 meters at Stets. Stets is a beautiful place, but that's a grass track, so I'm really looking forward to seeing him up against his peers on a synthetic track today.
There's the full lineup: Taylor, Dakers, Haywood, Ham, Mikkel, Watkin, Bembridge and Josephs.
Maggoty to JC is Watkin, and he's also high quality. This is Haywood, Class 3 champion for Monroe, now in Class 2 looking to win.
One in his second year of Class 3, now in his second year of Class 2. He's in lane 3, Devonta Haywood of Monroe College. He goes out slowly. Bembridge of Tarrant on the far outside in the black and white. Didn't do the 400 hurdles today, decided to go for the 400, and he's running well down the backstretch, as is DeAndre Watkin of Jamaica College in lane 6. Watkin has done most of the running through the first 200 meters. Right up now on Bembridge, who is still running strongly. These two trying to separate themselves from the rest of the field. Haywood has some problems as he turns to home. It's Watkin with the lead, and Bembridge trying to challenge him on his outside. DeAndre Watkin of Jamaica College with a brilliant turn up here. Watkin buries the field and wins in a stunning 46.93. He is 6/100ths of a second outside of Christopher Taylor's championship record. Where did that come from?
Time comes back, 47.32. Looks like, though, Spanish Town is Speed City. Watkin, the transfer to Jason from Maggoty, puts on a command performance. Haywood dies down the stretch. Clearly, there's some other problem we don't know about so far. But here's Watkin hammering down the stretch, Juliet, to take the win.
That was an impressive run. He ran as if he was here to do business today. He took command of this race. He cared about nothing else other than getting to that finishing line. He looked magnificent, and I'm looking forward to watching him at Champs.
Yeah, he's a little bit further outside of Christopher Taylor's Digicel Grand Prix record, but still an impressive run from him, 47.32 seconds. Taj Ham of Homewood Technical in second at 48.50. Bembridge gets third at 48.53, and Jamaica College 1 and 4, 48.69 in fourth position. Michael Josephs, the young man out of St. Lucia to Kingston College, finishing in fifth position.
Of course, Tasham, the central champion at 49.20, a couple of weeks ago has peaked up next to the 48.5.
Had a chat with the Jamaica College coach, head coach, earlier this afternoon. Neil Harrison, I get the feeling that every time he sees me, Hubert, he picks my brain and then has a little laugh to say, no, you ain't got it, I've got something for you. And that was one of the things I think he has up his sleeves, because his quarter milers and his sprinters are looking real good at Jamaica College.
Just watched him clear his stopwatch with a smile on his face and looking down, resetting it for the next race. Neil Harrison, the JC head coach now.
The girls on the 400 meters coming up. Lane of Excelsior in one, Vassal of Hydel, White of Hydel, Clark of Spalding, Janelle Josephs of St. Andrew High, Daniel Adair of Homer Technical, Dawkins of St. Jago, and Rochelle Rowe of Manchester. The lineup for the under 20 girls 400 meters.
Josephs, the corporate area champion and second last year in class 2, has run against there right through the classes and then meet up again here. Gabrielle White was on the picture a while ago. She was third last year in class 2 for Hydel.
Off for the under 20 girls 400 meters. Danielle Adair goes out slowly. Right in front of her is Tiana Dawkins. The very technical transfer to St. Jago, who has gone on quickly and speeds down the backstretch, with Danielle Adair going after her, and the tall ranger figure of Janelle Josephs of St. Andrew High also in the picture as well. They come up to 200 meters. Dare of Homewood Technical now going by Tiana Dawkins of St. Jago. She goes by Rowe of Manchester as well, and has a slight advantage over the tall figure of Janelle Josephs. Gabrielle White comes into the picture for Hydel as well. Down the stretch they come. Gabrielle White has the lead. Is this going to be another upset? White in front, and Deer battling. Danielle Adair inches ahead and gets the victory. Ahead of Gabrielle White, and Joseph finishes third. Danielle Adair had to give everything she had to come out with a win in 53.67.
Loves this event more than the 800 meters. Means a lot to her personally. Doesn't want to lose any 400s in 2019. Joseph, the corporate area champion, feels the strain, falls back down the straightaway. White ran a splendiferous third 100 meters and put the pressure on. There she's on the inside, but Dare decided not today. Won't lose today, and came through in 53.6.
Danielle Adair there getting the better of Gabrielle White, and the Hydel athletes looking pretty good early on Grand Prix Finals Day. Confirmation of the results: 53.67 for Dare, 54.14 for White, and Janelle Josephs of St. Andrew High gets the bronze medal at 54.29.
Two schools who love the 400 meter and the 4x4, they're going to go head to head. That's Wayne Pinnock on the runway for the long jump.
Wayne Pinnock, he has the Digicel Grand Prix record at 7.99 meters. World Junior bronze medalist, has jumped over 8 meters a couple times this season. Hubert Lawrence, both of them wind assisted. He wants the wind to be kind to him for him to do it legally.
Used to split time with football, and last season was his first devoting all his energies to track and field. World Junior bronze medal, big jumps at champs, at Penn, and all over the place. And now, a second year into devoting himself totally to track and field, he's getting the benefits with big jumps.
Was third at the Jamaican Senior Championships in 2018 as well. Wayne Pinnock, for his first attempt in the men's long jump final, takes off a little bit behind the board, but it still looks like a big effort to open his campaign here at the Digicel Grand Prix Finals.
Focusing only on long jump, you could see the benefit of the results shows he's now giving 100% to this event, no longer doing football, and you could see the benefits of that.
Looks faster. Had some trouble matching his speed to that runway on that jump, because he is fast. He's part of the KC 4x1 first leg, 13.46 twice in the sprint hurdle, so he's got the speed, and as he and coach Jeremy DeLissa match the speed to the jump, bigger jumps are in store for him, for Wayne Pinnock.
Has set his sights on 8:30 this season, Wayne Pinnock. We'll get confirmation of his distance in a little while. There's the lineup for the under 20 boys 400 meters. It includes Christopher Taylor in his final individual Grand Prix race of his career. He goes in lane 5. His teammate Chavoy Reed in 4. Sent off. Christopher Taylor. Color bar goes out quickly. Already closes down on Belvit of Robert Lineburn and heads steadily down the backstretch. Buffel McPherson of Homewood on the far outside must feel this outstanding high school athlete, as Christopher Taylor blows by the entire field and speeds through 200 meters. Christopher Taylor is looking to produce something special in Spanish Town. One of the greatest of all time in high school athletics in Jamaica heads down the stretch, has a look behind him, shuts it down, and is cruising in his final individual race. He cruises across the line in 46 seconds flat. What could he have produced had he gone all out here in Spanish Town?
I'm telling you, it gives me goosebumps every time I watch this young man run. I hate to see that he shut down today, but it was the right thing for him to do. There's no reason for him to have continued on the pace that he did. He just ran 46 seconds, commanding the entire field. And I'm looking forward to Champs. He's truly, truly something special, and I'm hoping for the future.
One thing that he's been able to do so well in recent seasons is manage his energies. Hubert Lawrence manage each race, and he's done that brilliantly here with a 45.99 clocking.
Taylor knows that this is a bus stop to championships. He got to get here, put up a good number, sub 46 again, twice for the season, and take care of business for Calabar in a week and a half from now. Nice and easy, 45.99.
The place times behind him are good as well. Buffel McPherson forward 47.13, Tyrese Grant 47.25, and Reed in fourth at 48.07. Shawana Banks has Christopher Taylor trackside.
All right, after that race, he just ran. He asked me to join him down here because he is a little bit tired. Christopher Taylor, you have done such a great job at managing your speed. Talk to us about how important that was in this race.
Well, I just came out here to an instruction. Coach said I'm not to go off the record, just the first 200 meter, and then I cruise on from that, and that's what I did.
Now, what can we expect from you and the rest of the team later on in the relays?
Well, later in the relay, of course, we're defending champion at 4x4, so we are coming out here to defend our title.
And your final showing at the Digicel Grand Prix, I'm pretty sure you're coming out here to do something spectacular later on.
Well, once I'm out here and I'm feeling pain, sure, that's part of the plan.
You mentioned feeling pain. When I spoke to you at corporate area, you spoke about a little injury concern that you were having a week later. Are you feeling any better?
Well, I'm feeling much better knowing that champ is coming up, so I have to get my body prepared for champs. So I'm just taking it step by step and getting there.
Thank you so much, Christopher.
You're welcome.
All right, Christopher Taylor there of Calabar High School. No surprise, he is the winner of the boys class 1 400 meters. We are going to take a quick break. When we return, we have lots more from you here at GC Foster College. This is the Digicel Grand Finale of the Digicel Grand Prix.
Download the SportsMax app and watch for free from anywhere in the Caribbean on a SportsMax Plus. You could be watching the Digicel Grand Prix Finals now from GC Foster College in the Spanish town St. Catherine, and they're ready for the girls on the 17 800 meters. And there's the lineup: Samuels of Edwin Allen, Robinson of Stets, Anderson of Excelsior, Rowe of Spalding, Walters of St. Mary High, Brissett of Rossies, Mullings of Fidel, and Jody and Mitchell of Homewood Technical. The favorite, I would say, lane 4, Kishay Rowe of Spalding. Not only is she the fastest in this field, but she is the 4th fastest high school girl this season.
Impressive, has looked good all season, part of a productive program at Spalding with Coach Megan Copeland-Wilson. Want to see the Rossies girls because Western Champs was on grass, of course, at States, and so this is a meeting of East, West, and Central.
Sent on their way for the junior girls 800 meters. A couple of the athletes didn't realize that the gun had gone. Britannia Mullings of Fidel, one of them, and Jody and Mitchell of Homewood Technical on the outside, and they will have some catching up to do.
Mullings has had to sprint back through that first 100 meters. That's going to cost her down the stretch, and maybe the starter should have called that race back when they looked up and saw what happened.
Yes, most definitely. She totally missed the gun there and had to catch up.
I think the rule of thumb, Julie, is if you have 100 meters not gone yet, you can call the race back, and maybe they should have done that in this case.
Yes, I hope she doesn't pay for that in the end, because she really had to sprint to catch back the group.
Well, she's gotten her way right to the front now, challenging the leader, Shawnee Walters. On the very inside, it's a tightly bunched group here. Brianna Samuels of Edwin Allen on the very inside.
Walters did really well at Eastern Championship for St. Mary High. She's near the back of the pack now, as looks like Mitchell goes to the front, takes command at 65.2 for the first lap.
Jody and Mitchell of Homewood Technical ahead of Kishay Rowe of Spalding. And these two holding the top positions ahead of Alicia Robinson of St. Elizabeth Technical, who has been passed by Shaniqua Anderson of Excelsior.
Rowe in command and has the best speed as well, part of sometimes the 4x4 for Spalding, and if she's in the lead now, there's no catching her.
Kishay Rowe in front in the junior girls 800 meters and starting to open up on the rest of the pack now. This is what she did on this very track at Central Champs, and against probably an even better field, she's doing it again. Kishay Rowe heads down the stretch. Commanding lead here. Britannia Mullings of Fidel in second ahead of Jody and Mitchell of Homewood Technical and Shawnee Walters of St. Mary High. But it's Kishay Rowe to a wonderful victory ahead of Mitchell and Mullings. Spalding, Homewood Technical, Hydel.
Purple Heart to Mullins of Hydel, who came back from that difficult start. Mitchell ran on to get second, but this girl, Kishay Rowe, in command at Central Champs and really sparkling here today in Spanish Town. Here's the start, into the straightaway for the first, at the end of the first lap. Mitchell in that familiar Homewood strip has the lead at halfway, but Rowe is well positioned.
Most definitely, this was a commanding run, but she took charge of this race, kept going, and came home for the win.
Kishay Rowe of Spalding winning the under 17 girls 800 meters. Two minutes 12.54 her winning time. Mitchell 2:14.48 in second, and Mullings in third 2:14.77.
Even though Mitchell had a slip up at the beginning, she was able to come back and perform well here. So.
And fought down the straightaway to hold on to second place. Just lost at the very end to Mitchell, who was fresher because she got a clean start at the beginning.
Yes.
A week ago, Javon Blake of Jamaica College set a Digicel Grand Prix record at the Corporate Area Championship. He returns here today looking to see if he can better that performance. He will go in lane number 3. He's an outstanding talent. And we'll wait to see what he will deliver once more.
Very impressive last week, 152.15, and put the rest of the field to the sword with a strong first lap and held on to beat the Henry twins to finish first that time at 152.15. Very impressive.
It has started to drizzle here in Spanish Town. We'll show you the full lineup for the under-17 boys. 800 meters.
Some interesting names there. Tafari Hines, the central champion, and Adrian Nethersole of Stensa, gold medalist at champs last year for his school, and he's first year class 2 and looking to test the waters against his second year class 2 boys.
Must also point out Tavon Martin of Belfield. He will go in lane 2. He is pretty much, from what I have seen, probably the only class 3 athlete who has made it in, on the boys side that is, who has made it into a junior boys event. That really shows his quality in class 3.
Did some checks. The fastest time by a class 2 boy ever, 1:55.37 by Wakar da Costa at the Curve de Trials in 2007. 1:58.06 at champs for da Costa, and the boy from Belfield is in that sort of gear.
Davis, Martin, Blake, Hines, Nethersole, Bacchus, Henry, and Henry. The Henry twins on the very outside representing Kingston College. They are chasing important championship points here. So too is Javon Blake, because Jamaica College feel they have an outside shot of winning the Digicel Grand Prix title this year. And so Javon Blake goes to the front with Gianni Henry in second position, Giovanni Henry in third. I hope I got that right. Then there is Tafari Hines of St. Jago, who is in fourth, ahead of Omarion Davis in fifth, and David Martin, a former class 3 champion representing Calabar, he's in sixth spot. Jovan Blake leading the Henry twins here in Spanish Town.
Went through last week at 54.2. Here is at 53.5.
He's going even faster a week later, Jovan Blake. Let's see if he can sustain this pace. The Henry twins chase behind him as they head down the backstretch for the final time. Tafari Hines is still in fourth, David Martin fifth, and Adrian Nethersole in sixth position. Jovan Blake is on course for something special again. The Henry twins are unable to keep up with this outstanding Jamaica College athlete. Javon Blake turns the home here in Spanish Town. Giovanni Henry and Gianni Henry chase him, but Jovan Blake is dominant once more. The battle is on for the silver medal. Javon Blake is gonna smash the Grand Prix record again.
And Hines.
It's 152 flat. If that stands, it is another Digicel Grand Prix record for this amazing talent out of Old Hope Road.
And Hines seemed to have clinched second place right on the line. So let's wait to see. Yes, he did. He got second place on the line. He fought very, very hard for that position.
Good run by Hines. There's the yellow shirt in fourth place, but Javon Blake has turned on the speed. Back-to-back Saturdays at 800 meters. His ability to take the pace hard and hold on to it turns people back. The brave Henry twins tried to go with him but couldn't. That's why they got caught by Hines. 1:52.00 for a class 2 boy is sensational running. Only one at championships faster. That's Javon Farquharson. Kemar Falcon of Calabar, 1:51.26.
Javon Blake in the rain dismisses the rest of the field in a Digicel Grand Prix record, 1:52 flat. Tafari Hines, like he did at the Youngster Goldsmith Classic in February, gets the better of the Henry twins, who are third and fourth here today, despite running fantastic times. Blake, Hines, Henry, the top three.
Very impressive by all four of those boys for those Class 2 boys to be at 154 below that. And of course, Blake showing he's a class of the field in Class 2.
This was supposed to be the race of the championship, or one of the race of the championship, the one that's coming up now. But they're going to have to do something special to beat what we've already seen at 400 and 800 meters. It's the Under 20 girls 800 meters final, and we'll give you the official lineup in a short while. It includes, though, Shaquina Foote of Petersfield, the Western champion. Also in the lineup is the outstanding Cherokee Young of Hydel, last year's ISA Champs Class 1 girls winner. To the long drop now, Nikolai Williams of Calabar. And Williams chasing 7.76, which was set by Wayne Pinnock on his opening effort. Nikolai Williams gets the red flag, knows he's never been anywhere near 7.76 in his life, but he would dearly love to get there today. But that's a foul job. We'll have to do it on his next attempt.
Calabar scored lots of jump points last year at championships in that avalanche of through 68.5 points. Back to the track with the 800 meters. Foote and Young, two queens, meet for the ultimate title in the Grand Prix series.
Only one can win. These two girls simply don't lose, but one will today. Cherokee Young, lane 5. Shaquina Foote. There is Cherokee Young of Hydel. She means business tonight. She knows her team has a fantastic opportunity to dethrone Edwin Allen as Digicel Grand Prix Girls Champions.
Charlemagne to Hydel has improved since she made the switch. Wants to go to college in the States. Wants to lead her team to a big performance here. Foote the same.
Away they go. Under 20 girls, 800 meters. Rashana Dwyer of Edwin Allen got fooled at the start again, of course. It's not the usual sound of the gun that they're used to. It's not the powerful sound that these athletes are used to. And so it's catching a lot of them, especially on the outside, as Dwyer races to the front of the field for Edwin Allen, ahead of Foote, Kimon Hines, and Cherokee Young.
Another girl who doesn't lose at all, that's Dwyer, but she's in a lower age group than these girls at champs. She's Class 2, they're Class 1, so she's used lots of energy to get back to the front. Let's see how she goes for the rest of the race.
Dwyer goes to the front and I think tries to slow the pace. Cherokee Young realizes what has happened, steps forward. Remember, Cherokee Young is a 52.8 runner. Shaquina Foote is 52.26 at her best, and that was this season. Not sure Dwyer is as fast. Kimon Hines of Spalding in the gold and white is in the pack as well in 4th position. Nothing much separating them through 400 meters.
Sub 64 for the first lap, Juliet, and Foote in green and gold from Western Jamaica take the lead now.
Shaquina Foote leads ahead of Cherokee Young. So much discussion about this race leading into today about the speed of both athletes and the type of race plan they needed to employ and how they would try and negate each other's strengths.
The person who moves first has the advantage.
Foote in front, and Cherokee Young usually finishes very fast over the last 100, is in second. Who will make a move? Foote tries to go, and Young sticks with her.
Close off the top curve with Foote still leading. Here comes the Hydel captain.
Shaquina Foote now tries to kick into high gear. Cherokee Young with her familiar late kick, but can she outkick Shaquina Foote? Oh, not today, she won't. Shaquina Foote is the queen of 800 running at the high school level. 2:07.45, just outside the Digicel Grand Prix record. Shaquina Foote wins the battle of the middle distance queens.
That was an extremely gutsy run. She insisted that she had to win this race today, and she did it. She looked as if she was up to whatever challenge that was put forth to her today, and so it was an awesome run.
Everybody else in high school, when Cherokee Young gets to this stage of the race, she would outkick them down the stretch. There is one girl she just cannot do that to because she is faster than her. That's Shaquina Foote.
did tell you that the person who moved first would win. Because both are fast, you can't give your opponent a jump. Young chose to try and kick past her, coming off the top curve, and with Shakina Foot, that's a mistake. Good win by Shakina Foot.
Cherokee Young did what she's always done, Hubert. That's wait until the straight to make that decisive kick. Today it just wasn't enough. 207.49 for Foot, Young 208.38, and Nadine Rose of Edenanin gets them valuable points in third at 210.29.
A great race, both girls very, very good. Those are the best times of the season, but Foot is supreme today.
Shawana Ebanks is at trackside with Shaquina Foot.
All right, Shaquina, she's feeling some cramps after that amazing race that she just ran. Congratulations coming into this meet. This was one of the races that was built to just amaze viewers here today. How do you feel about your performance?
Well, I'm very pleased because from yesterday I'm feeling a little cramp. So I'm very pleased with myself for coming out here and doing my best.
Did that make you nervous when you felt the cramps, knowing that you were going against a very strong Cherokee Young?
Well, I was a bit nervous, but I just always put everything to God, so I know I would do well.
Excellent job, Shaquina.
Thank you.
Shaquina Foot there off Petersfield High School. She came out and she defeated the big rival Cherokee Young in the girls' Class 1 800 meters.
We get ready now for the Class 1 boys 800 meters. For those across the Caribbean, it's the under 20 boys 800 meters. There is the lineup: Fullerton JC, Ellis Kingston College, Cooper St. Mary High, Tyrese Taylor, Enid Bennett, formerly Buckwalk, Tyrese Reed, Spot Valley, Kimar Farquharson, The Man, Calabar, Deshaun Blackman, Jamaica College, and Rivalda Marshall, Calabar. There is Farquharson in lane 5. This is a fine field lineup. He has to be careful, can't play around with this quality field. The 800 meters for under 20 boys. Cleon Cooper, the Eastern champion from St. Mary High, goes to the front.
Jogged out of the starting position and has to negotiate through some traffic as they cut over on the back straightaway, but looks very comfortable. Blackman, the tall JC boy, has the lead.
Deshaun Blackman has been smart here. Deshaun Blackman went to Dintill, then transferred to Jamaica College. He was coached by Joycelyn Gibson, who is also one of the coaches of the man who is right beside him, Tyrese Taylor, the Champs Class 2 winner from last year.
151.6 season and a super anchor at the medley. Gibson McCook knows how to win. One at Central Champs here on this track.
Tyrese Taylor has run with so much confidence this season. That's the man in the light blue, and he's showing the boys, the bigger boys if you might, Deshaun Blackman, Kimar Farquharson and Conroy Ellis, that he belongs at this level.
Won the Central Champs 1500 as well, so very strong. I've got Farquharson at 53.4 for the first lap.
It is Tyrese Taylor of Enid Bennett who has the lead. He's opening up on the field here. Kimar Farquharson needs to get going. Deshaun Blackman starts to fade. Tyrese Reed of Spot Valley is also stepping forward. Oh, this is going to be a battle of the Tyreses. Kimar Farquharson has stopped and Tyrese Taylor has the lead. Here comes Tyrese Reed of Spot Valley. It's a battle of the Tyreses. Down the stretch they come. It's Reed ahead of Taylor. Taylor fights back. Tyrese Taylor, the central champion in his first year of Class 1, wins in a stunning run. Wow! Wow! 1:48.85. That's 1/100th of a second outside the champs record. That's the fastest we've seen since 1987, Hubert.
They've been thinking that this boy might run the medley at Champs for Enid Bennett High, but no. He's in pole position for the Class 1 800 meters. I've got 1:48.8 on my clock for this boy, Tyrese Taylor of Eden Bennett.
I knew he was good. I didn't think he was this good.
He did not run in fair at all of the favorites. He went out, he took out this race, took command of it and kept going. He showed that he can match up with these guys.
What must Kimar Farquharson be thinking now? For all of this season, Farquharson felt it's me against Blackman, and now there is Tyrese Taylor.
And at 1:49.30, Tyrese Reed of Spot Valley.
You're looking at the fastest 800 run at the high school level in Jamaica since Sherwin Burgess won the Champs Gold Medal in 1987. Tyrese Taylor from Bogwalk, now Enid Bennett, last year's Class 2 champion. 3 years ago, every school, Kingston College, Calabar, St. Jago, the recruiters came for him. He said, I want to be like Javon Mincy, the next greatest maybe from Bogwalk, and stay there. He has stayed there, and the result is a Grand Prix record, 1:48.85, the fastest 800 time since 1987 in the land of wood and water at the high school level. Tyrese Reed, 1:49.30, that's a massive PB. Blackman, 1:52.25. The recalculations are happening now with champs around the corner.
That's why we run the races.
Shawane Banks is trackside.
There is a new sheriff in town, Mr. Tyrese Taylor. Congratulations on an amazing run. The fastest time since 1987. How does that resonate with you?
It feels nice. Come out here and perform and have a PB.
Now you came outside of Tyrese Reed. You overtook him. How did you feel about that?
Well, I just feel motivated to do great things.
And you continue to wave the flag of Enid Bennett High School. You're not leaving?
No, I won't.
And how do you think they will receive your victory here today?
Well, I feel so great. I think they will do excellent things. Yeah.
Congratulations, job well done.
Thank you.
Tyrese Taylor there of Enid Bennett High School, the fastest man in this event since 1987.
There are very few things that shock me in high school athletics, and this is one of them. Tyrese Taylor, 1:48.85, 100th of a second slower than the champs record of 1:48.84. My goodness me.
Most definitely, Ricardo. That was total. No one expected that to happen here today. That was certainly an impressive run.
Kimar Farquharson has so much to think about now, the Calabar man. Mrs. Hardware, one of the mothers of the Calabar team, walks away with him. We go to the long jump for under 20 boys. Looks as if they're using both pits here because Tomlinson of Green Island, there he is, he's in the lineup. And
that's McLaren.
Brandon McLaren of Rosses. There's his card, 3 fall jumps so far. This is round 4, needs to get something on the board.
Got a medal last year in the decathlon last year for the Rosses school, and good at the javelin as well. Has a wide range of abilities that he can apply to in team events. So he's a man you can move around and wipe up points here and take up points there. And McLaren, name of a Formula 1 team in Grand Prix racing, he's a man to speed here in the long jump runway.
Of course, in a normal championship final where you would have 12 athletes starting, 3 fall jumps would mean you get eliminated because the top 8 would go forward, but there are only 8 athletes in the field, and so they all get 6 attempts in the long jump. Brandon McLaren trying to register a legal effort in the long jump for under 20 boys final. Wayne Pinnock is in the field. He leads the way after the first 3 rounds. Let's see what McLaren of Rosses can produce. Here he is. Nice up put style. Very simple technique for Brandon McLaren.
The coach there in the jumps is Kerry Lee Ricketts. He's the coach of Shanika Ricketts, the World Cup triple jump champion. And they've high-class jump tuition there. You can see his run well sorted. Because he does lots of events, they've got to teach him a simple technique because he has less time to do special refinements. A little bit straight up off the board, needs to get more speed to go out. But again, for the decathlon, that's a useful jump.
Brandon McLaren of Rosses in the 4th round of the boys under 20 long jump final. Here is David Tomlinson of Green Island, a former Class 2 silver medalist.
Western champion in the long jump this year, 2019. And Coach Michael McIntosh has a speed-based program that can be applied to the horizontal jumps.
Has represented Jamaica as well at the Commonwealth Youth Games. His coach Michael McIntosh has identified him as one of the athletes to help the Green Island program move forward again after a disappointing 2018 where they failed to pick up a point at champs. David Tomlinson trying to register a legal effort, having some serious problems there, decelerates into the board and gets the red flag, so another foul effort for him. That's 4 in a row now, and struggling to register a legal mark.
Looks like he's running off to the side as well. Looks down at the board, and that tilts the center of gravity forward and cuts the flight time and cuts the distance.
So David Tomlinson with a lot of thinking to do.
He purposely cut his stride there, Hubert, trying to register a positive mark, but obviously didn't happen. So that's, I think, the reason why he was looking down, trying to make sure that he hit the board.
Here at GC Foster Jitters brought in some breeze. Maybe that's throwing the jumpers off from how they set the run-ups before.
So we've seen the athletes in 8th and 7th. This is the 6th place man, 6:43 is best. Siobhan Parkinson, the Eastern champion, Titchfield.
6'9" to win the Eastern Champs title, and one of a couple of Parkinsons on that team now.
Here is Parkinson looking to improve on that 6:43 second round effort, and that might be close to an improvement. Has a look back, closely monitors the measurement.
Former schoolmate of the world junior discus champion Kai Chang. He went to Titchfield before he went to Calabar, blossomed at Calabar, and Parkinson is blossoming at home.
Again, very simple technique. His coach Julian Ivy, who started out Kai Chang, 5:37, well off that 6:43. That's the man in 6th position as we're in round 4 of the under-20 boys long jump final.
Has some thinking to do. Has much better jumps in him this season and needs to pull it out now.
Let's move to the man in 5th position. Tevin Thompson has come across from Clarendon, 2nd season at Excelsior, 7.76. For Tevin Thompson, speeds down the runway. David Riley, a fine long jump hurdles coach, and so you expect his jumpers to do well. Tevin Thompson, 6.76 in round 3, looking to improve in round 4. Scored 1 point for Excelsior at championships last year. Would love to do better this year. Takes off from well behind the board.
7.36 I recall from at the corporate area champs last week. Nicely well put together jumper by David Riley again, and we can see Thompson, he's going to go far this season.
David Riley coached some fine jumpers when he was at Wilmers. As you go now to Nikolai Williams of Calabar. 6.92 his best. He's in 4th position, Nikolai Williams. Seeks support from the crowd here at GC Foster College, which is pretty good. It's a fine support this evening. Nikolai Williams in round 4. Big, powerful Calabar athlete. And I don't think he hit that right. Gets the white flag though, which is an important part of this.
When you are powerful, that can overcome a multitude of sins. Run up not quite on. The relaxation not quite there. But hits the board squarely with that powerful left leg and flies into the sand.
Yeah, not very patient in the air either. Could have extended those legs a little bit more patience. Probably would have gotten him some more distance, but came down quite abruptly. Goes across to his coach. 6.96 is an improvement on his...
Tody Gay Willis, former St. Andrew and Minnesota long jumper. She's with the group of the Calabar coaches out there as well.
Long jump final, Class 1 boys. Wayne Pinnock, Kingston College, leads the way. We're back to the man in 8th, McLaren of Raciz. So the top 3 deciding that they're just going to watch to see what happens from here on in. Another red flag for McLaren looks to the heavens. The top 2, have decided they will not go any further. I suspect that's the Kingston College 2, Wayne Pinnock and Shaquille Lowe. Pinnock has been doing that a lot this season. At the Corporate Area Championships, he just took 1 jump. The 8:10 and the Gibson McCook relays just took 3 of his 6 jumps and had 8:14. So 6:30 for McLaren, that's his best.
Again, a decathlete, and spends 1/10 the time the other boys do on the long jump.
So it looks as if we only have 7 of them out there, Hubert, which means that this man, Tomlinson, now would be in 7th position because he hasn't registered a legal effort yet.
Well, if he has no legal effort, he has no position.
Well, that's your position.
Well, let's see if he gets one now. I'm hoping that he'll get a mark here and get in the middle of this competition.
His coach, Michael McIntosh, vice principal at Green Island as well, is hoping the same, believe me. Remember, once you turn up here and compete, that's $5,000 for your school.
It takes 1 jump.
So he actually doesn't have to register a mark to get that $5,000. The fact that he turned up here is enough.
Yes.
But he wants to be on the board. Tomlinson.
He needs to get a mark in so the accountant doesn't rub him off
One
the results.
good jump to take him right in the middle.
Speeds down the runway. Again, decelerates into the board. This time
No,
he gets
no,
the
he's on
white
the board.
flag.
No, he's on the board.
No, he's on the board.
I was afraid for him that he would have all falls, and some smart alecky Hubert Lawrence type accountant would say, well, you've got no result, no money for you.
Well, he gets the job done from that standpoint. We await the mark or the distance for him. David Tomlinson. So we switch away from the under-20 boys long jump and we join Shawana Banks at trackside.
Thank you so much, Ricardo. I am joined by Monique McLeod, Marketing Director at Digicel Jamaica. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. How are you enjoying the meet so far?
Oh, I am having a blast. It has been absolutely amazing, you know, with all the records being broken. Oh my goodness, these athletes are doing so well.
And I think in the 5th staging of the Digicel Grand Prix Series, Digicel is well pleased.
Oh yes, I'm very pleased. I mean, I couldn't ask for more. You know, it has always been something that we wanted to ensure that we continue to support our athletes and of course to build them up from grassroots into definitely greatness. And so we continue to foster them. You know, we continue to pump some funds in it so that they can develop their programs within their schools. And also we ensure that, you know, we have the good, you know, strong, fast network so that others can, of course, cheer on their schools and cheer on, you know, individuals. And so we have our PlayGo app that, of course, if you're not here tonight, definitely you're catching it on PlayGo. And of course, you know, we also have the updates on our Digicel app. So we're very pleased.
All right, now, tonight we close out the 5th staging. I know you're probably looking ahead to year 6. Is there anything exciting that you can tell me that you have planned for next year?
Well, one thing I know that we'll continue to ensure that we support our athletes, whether through funds or whether to ensure that we just have a network that can, you know, ensure that everyone has access to it. Because, you know what, this is great entertainment. You know, it's good sports. Everyone, we're so competitive as as Jamaicans, you know, so it's you know, you have to. This is one of those events that, you know, you're cheering on either your school or it's going to be someone that you're cheering on. Christopher Taylor did amazing tonight, and also Tyrese Taylor broke that record a while ago. I'm still amazed. I'm still reeling off of that excitement.
We're all very amazed. Monique, thank you so much for speaking with me this afternoon.
Oh, not a problem.
All right. Monique McLeod, their Marketing Director of Digicel Jamaica.
Thank you very much, Shawana, as we stand by for the under-17 girls 200 meters final. This one is a battle between Brianna Liston of St. Jago and Tina Clayton of Edwin Annan.
The Clayton girls have been outstanding in the sprints last year and this year. Liston had a great Class 4 year. And looks like she's coming back to something like that sort of form in 2019. At Central Champs, Clayton beat Liston. Both were very fast, under 24 seconds if I recall well. And there they are. That's Tina Clayton, and behind her, Brianna Liston, St. Jago. Clayton Edinallen.
Actually, Tina has been beating Brianna all season. So let's see what happens here today.
She is the favorite, Tina Clayton, in lane 6. Can Brianna Liston find a way to turn it around? It's been a long time she hasn't been ahead of one of the Clayton twins. Sent off. Tina Clayton gets up quickly in lane 6. Already blows by her opponent on the outside. Tina Clayton runs a storming curve. Tina Clayton pulls down the stretch. Brianna Liston has no response. Tina Clayton blows the field away and wins in a stunning 23.23 seconds clocking.
Awesome. That's 23.23. We know what happens when the rain sprinkles onto the track, but this girl is fast. 23.24 by Kevona Davis in Class 2 at Central Champs, and 23.25 now for this girl Clayton. Great curve, and hits the gas off the curve to open up the space, Juliet.
Yes, she, from the beginning, she powered out the blocks and kept going. It was impossible to beat her today. She was aggressive, she went for it, she won the race. Liston had nothing for her today.
She is 14 years old, Tina Clayton of Edwin Allen. Positive 0.7 meters per second. 23.25 seconds. A Digicel Grand Prix record, another one tonight, Hubert Lawrence. They're just shattering them now.
They asked Juliet Campbell wherever she goes, what's happening with Jamaican track and field? What's the future looking like? This is what it looks like. It's brilliant.
Most definitely. I get that question all the time from my friends and colleagues abroad. What is happening with athletics in Jamaica? And I tell them business as usual. It's happening.
Wow.
That's the word, wow. Just have to be patient. That's 23.2 from age 14 athlete with the double world junior champion, also Jamaican, and someone just about as fast in Kevona Davis.
Yes.
The stocks are, the barn is full.
The under 17 boys 200 meters coming up now. This should be a good one. It includes the corporate area champion DeAndre McIntosh of Jamaica College in 5. The man he beat, Adrian Carr, in 4, and Brian Roach, the Western champion in Class 2, Lacovia in lane 3.
Very impressive McIntosh in lane number 5 for Jamaica College.
McIntosh looking for back-to-back wins, and he gets up well in lane number 5. Already closes down on Smith of Port Antonio. DeAndre McIntosh of Jamaica College runs a really good curve. Brian Roach has work to do for Lacovia. Down the stretch they come. It's DeAndre McIntosh of Jamaica College. Adrian Carr trying to pull him back. Raheem Scott on the inside running a stunning race. But McIntosh just gets there first. And that's the best Raheem Scott has looked for a little while. The former Class 3 champion comes through into second spot. But it's McIntosh who wins back-to-back weekends.
Against McIntosh, you've got to get in front of him off the curve, because when you get to the straightaway, big, strong and powerful, great lane draw for him in the center of the track. Calabar boy does well on the inside. Raheem Scott, former Class 3 champion, but DeAndre McIntosh, big and powerful, pulls out the win in 21.57. Impressive.
So much to think about for so many of these athletes going into the big championship. McIntosh 21.59, Scott 21.69, that's a good run. Roach 21.81, and Carr in 4th at 21.94.
21.69 Juliet in lane 1 for Scott.
Awesome run. Awesome run. This event here today will certainly give the coaches another insight of where they're at going into champs.
The under 20 girls 200 meters coming up. It includes a special talent. She goes by the name Kevona Davis. She is in 5. Personal best 22.73. Third fastest Jamaican junior of all time.
Impressive. I mean, what can I say? These youngsters, they are awesome. She's awesome. I've been watching her, and she's awesome talent. I hope that her coach is able to keep her healthy, not just for champs, but beyond. And I'm expecting great things from her. She's fast, she's strong, and expecting great results.
There's the full lineup. Williams, Bridge, Moore, the central champion. Freeman, the corporate champion. Davis, the central class 2 champion. Gabriel Matthews, the corporate
area class 2 champion. So many champions in this. Then Richardson, the Eastern champion. Joanne Reed, the central class 2 silver medalist. Almost said champion. She is a champion though.
Joanne has been having some rough years. Let's see what happens.
Away they go. The powerhouse that is Kevona Davis is up quickly. Blows by Gabrielle Matthews of the Queen's School. Goes after Joanne Reed. Powers off the curve does Kevona Davis. Ashanti Moore of Hydel is in second. Desiree Freeman is in third. Kevona Davis and Ashanti Moore. Kevona Davis gets there first. 22.85. She has shattered her own Digicel Grand Prix record. 1.2 meters per second the wind speed. 22.82. That's the second fastest she's ever run in her life.
Absolutely, absolutely impressive. She knew she had it in her. She went after it. It's as if she was there by herself. Awesome run. She came off the curb blazing and just kept going.
Ashanti Moore 23.10. How about the place times behind Kevona Davis?
Very impressive race by Davis, with Ashanti Moore, the central 100 and 200 class 1 champion, a bit back in second, but running her best ever. And that 22.82, impressive by Kevona Davis.
22.82 Moore, 23.10, that's a personal best. Desiree Freeman, 23.62, that's a personal best. Bethany Bridge, 23.89, that's a personal best. Matthews, 24.02, don't worry, that's not a personal best. Richardson, Williams, and Joan Reed did not finish that race. Cannot believe what I'm seeing in Spanish Town tonight. It must be something in the air.
It's the capital of Jamaica, Spanish Town.
The former capital,
the
Hubert.
capital.
As you said,
welcome to Spanish Town, welcome.
Patience, patience.
Hubert Lawrence lives around the corner.
Yes, very much a Spanish Town man.
Family home just across the fence, behind the back fence there in Strathmore Gardens. Sure the fans are tuned in there, but watch this building go up from the ground. There's a schoolboy going past it, but impressive by Kevona Davis. Runs with her toes out to the side, arm drive not perfect, her face stuffed like a baby. She's going to improve in physical maturity and technique in the years to come.
Most
exciting.
Definitely.
Here's another great race coming up, the under 20 boys 200 meters. Raheem Robertson, the corporate champion in lane 4. Rajay Morris, the central champion in class 1 in lane 3. Of Clarendon College, Cavian Carson Jago in 5. Conroy Jones, the Western champion in 6. Javon Powell, the corporate silver medalist in 8. This is another fine race on tap here. Xavier Brown, CSC Games 200 champion in 2006. Coaches both Cavian Carr and Rajay Morris. Feels Morris has a great chance to win tonight. Away they go. Oblique Civil of Calabar flies out of the blocks and runs a fabulous curve in lane 7. Oblique Civil transitions down the stretch with the lead. Ryan Robertson comes forward. Rajay Morris has work to do. Oblique Civil and Ryan Robertson. Robertson beats him again and breaks 21 seconds a week later.
I told you that if they'd asked him to run sub 21 at the corporate area champs, he would have. There he is, gets a hug from Neil Harrison. Here they ask him to run sub 21 and he does it. 20.80 for RYIEM Robertson of Jamaica College. Big run.
Last year 20.95. His lifetime best comes here, runs 20.78. Betters that with a wonderful run down the stretch.
Very good run down the stretch. Nice high knees and determination. Going off the left side of the screen, Seville of Calabar challenging him. That shows Calabar sprinting up at full speed. We look across at the champion, Ryan Robertson, JC. Nice and relaxed. Big powerful running from Jamaica College. Back-to-back wins as well.
20.78 the winning time for Raheem Robertson. Personal best. Oblique Seville 20.86. Personal best. Reggie Morris 21.15 and Conroy Jones of Stets 21.21 in 4th position. The Grand Prix record is stunning. Nigel Ellis 20.40 done at Western Champs in 2016, but this is a quality run.
Very impressive. This boy going from strength to strength. Medals last year at Champs for Jamaica College and goes into Champs in a week and a half with a full head of steam.
My goodness me, what have we seen this evening? I still can't get past Tyrese Taylor.
148.8.
Yes, that is
149.3 for second place for the race of the Tyreses. 20.78, very, very good run, but you're walking away singing 148.8, 148.8 in your head. The record stood from 87, Burgess versus Levy, Cousins, Vertex, Stets, and now that record, you can feel it, you can taste it, you can grab onto it.
Yes.
Well, let's have a look at how the teams are shaping up in the battle for the boys and girls titles and the $1 million prize. At the end of the day, that's what we've come here for, isn't it? $1 million for the boys winner, $1 million for the girls winner, $500,000 for second, $250,000 for third.
Certainly a big payday for the winners. Money that is certainly needed.
Before we have a look at the point standings, let's go to Shawana Ebanks at trackside.
Thank you, Ricardo. I'm joined by Kivona Davis. She was feeling a little bit dizzy. She's feeling better now. She just broke her own record from Central Champs. It seems as if every time we speak, you're breaking records. How do you continue to do this?
Well, I train very hard. I listen to my coaches, and I'm very disciplined.
The plan was to come out here and break the record?
No, the plan was to come out here and win and give my team points.
And heading into Girls' Championships, do you plan on breaking that record?
No, I don't plan on breaking my own record because I already have both of them, so not going after them.
So what is the plan going into Champ?
Just to win and ensure that my school comes out on top.
How are you feeling now?
Well, I'm feeling a little bit better than when I just finished run.
Thank you so much, Kivona.
You're welcome.
Kivona Davis there of Edwin Allen High. Back over to commentary.
Thank you very much, Shawana Ebanks. What a stunning talent is Kivona Davis. This is how the standings are looking on the girls' side. This is before the 200s. Heidel just ahead of Homewood Technical. Heidel 55 points, Homewood Technical 51 points. Spalding, St. Jago, Edwin Allen really struggling up to this point, and I feel like Heidel are looking good for this title, which really is what I expected coming into the Grand Prix. Then on the boys' side, KC came in as favorites, and they're showing exactly why. 65 points, well ahead of Jamaica College now. Calabar on 39 points. They're going to have to do something special from here on in to defend their title. I have a feeling we're heading towards new champions for 2019.
It looks that way. Casey were really good last week and have come back here with a nice polished performance. JC looks strong, and Calabar, Seville, they're 20.8 for the 200. He's class 1 next week, transfer from Homewood. Calabar looks good, but KC look very strong.
We're going to have a magnificent boys and girls championship. There's no doubt about that.
Looking forward to it. Always do. Every year we feel that we're at the pinnacle of track and field, but every year Champs is better and better.
I think this Champs coming up is going to be something special. I have not seen any prediction of who they think may win up to this point, because there's no clear-cut winner at this time, even though I think for some persons Kingston College seemed to be the favorite, but it's not been predicted.
$10,000
yes.
for every time I heard someone say, they think this champs come is going to be the best ever
You'll
champs.
be a rich man.
I'll be a multi-billionaire.
And Hubert is right. He's been hearing that for a very, very long time.
Yes.
For as long as the Class 1 800 record has stood at champs, he's been hearing it.
Sasha Lee Forbes, the Olympian, part of a Olympic relay medal winning team, and she's in lane number 3. And
Nanda in lane number 2.
MVP in India, and runs on their fine 4x1 teams as well. Women's 200 meters.
Anastasia Leroy also in the lineup, the Commonwealth Games 400 silver medalist.
Wonderful reward for long service to Jamaica. Hopefully she has a great year this year, World Champs, great year next year, Olympic Games.
Sharon Simpson in the field as well. 100 Olympic silver medalist from 2008.
Commonwealth champion in 2000 as well, 6 at 200.
Beat Veronica Campbell-Brown in Australia, Melbourne. Away they go. Sharon Simpson got up well. Sasha Lee Forbes running a strong curve. Sasha Lee Forbes, Ashley Williams running well on the outside. They transition down the stretch. It's Sasha Lee Forbes and Anastasia Leroy trying to reel her in. Sasha Lee Forbes and Leroy. Leroy will get there first ahead of Sharon Simpson and Sasha Lee Forbes. Oh, that's a fast time on the stadium clock. It says 22:49. Now it's been fixed to 23.20.
Strong run by Leroy though. You can see her strength from the 400 meter training. This is still early for those who are trying to get to the World Champs in September and October. Great start, great curve by Forbes, bet at 100 meters. But Leroy tracked her, got to her shoulder, went by her, and Simpson, the veteran, closing fast for second.
23:24 Anastasia Leroy, 23:49 for Sharon Simpson, 23:58 for Sasha Lee Forbes in third position. There is confirmation of those results. Nanda from India in fourth at 23:90.
Anastasia showing her 400 meter strength, coming home there for the win.
Another heat of the 200 meters for women. We just saw, of course, the top competitors in the first section. Let's see what these athletes deliver in this second section of the 200 meters.
Gayon Evans on the inside, World Indoor Tour winner, 60. And those long legs remind you of Rhonda White, the 400 meter hurdler. She comes through to win it at 23.76.
Won at the Camperdown Classic as well, did Rhonda White, and ran the 400 meters earlier today. She told me that her coach has been trying to get her faster this season, and that will help with her 400 hurdling.
She normally gets out very slow in the 400 meter hurdles, and so Coach Wilson concerned about that. She won the CAC Games last year, coming from way off the pace, but to run against the best, you've got to run even pace through each quarter of the 400 meters, and so this sprint work, I think, is designed to do that.
Absolutely, Hubert. The 400 meter hurdles on the international circuit is extremely competitive. The Americans seem to be dominating the event at the moment, and speed will certainly help in her getting among the champions.
Yeah, for sure. A Commonwealth bronze medalist at the 400 hurdles as well, coming well off the pace, and she won her national title. She came well off the pace.
Yeah.
Her career, she's come well off the pace, because she started as pretty much nothing and shocked everyone when she won the national
makes
title.
a big difference. Of course, the event, coming to the event this year, Sydney McLaughlin, the American, 52.75 last year. She's a first-year professional after outstanding results as a junior and as a first-year college athlete last year at University of Kentucky. She's going to be sensational.
Most definitely is. She's now being coached by one of the best in America. 100 meter hurdler, Joanna Hayes.
Yeah,
California. She's definitely one for the future.
Her
and
coach
she's
at
tough.
Kentucky, Edric Florial, a former Canadian triple jumper, a sensational hurdles coach, and of course, Joanna Hayes, Olympic champion 2004 in the sprint hurdles.
The men's 200 meters coming up now. Of course, these are not Grand Prix events, don't worry. These are senior athletes getting some early season races in, and it also gives the athletes in the Grand Prix an opportunity and a little bit more time ahead of the relays, especially the 4x4s. as we get ready for this first section of the men's 200 meters. Let's see if we can identify exactly who is in this lineup. See Anthony Carpenter there in lane 4, went sub 21, 20.99 when he opened this season at the Camperdown Classic. Looked really good there, Hubert. And comes here for a second run on a night when times have been fast. Will fancy himself going faster than 20.78 maybe.
He's one who could benefit from attention to technical detail as a senior. Did great as a high schooler, 45.4 for 400 meters, second at champs last year to the outstanding Deshaun Morris, to Casey Captain at Maryland. But so much ability in Anthony Carpenter. Never a gold medalist at champs individually, and I think as a senior that keeps you hungry for the next level. Let's see what he does.
O'Shane Bailey in lane 2.
In high school, Carpenter was always one of those athletes that basically was the belly of his team. You could always count on him to produce. He was never the champion.
Away they go for the men's 200 meters. Anthony Carpenter goes out slowly. O'Shane Bailey in lane 2 has gone out quickly. As they come off the curve, that looks like Brendan Rodney on the very outside, running well too. Carpenter, Bailey, and Rodney, the Canadian on the outside. Rodney has a look across to his left and shuts down in 20.80. The Canadian Brendan Rodney has run on fine Canadian relay teams with Andre DeGrasse. He now trains right here at GC Foster College under the guidance of Maurice Wilson, the former Kingston College man. Didn't do track there to Canada, back to Jamaica, still running for Canada with the win.
Was based in New York for a long time, I think Long Island University, and here he comes now on the outside, part of a strong Canadian 4x1 and 4x2 group, and shows Bailey and Carpenter, the Calabar graduates, a clean pair of heels there.
Brendan Rodney, when he first came back to Jamaica, worked with David Riley, the Excelsior head coach, for a little while, and then after the Commonwealth Games last year made the switch to Maurice Wilson and the Sprint Tech group here at GC Foster College, winning that in 20.77, 20.98 for Bailey, and 21.13 for Carpenter in third. We get ready for another heat of the men's 200 meters. He's in lane 7, Jamari Rose in 7. Sheldon Mitchell in the lineup as well in 4. Away they go. Men's 200. This is section 2. Oh, problems for Mitchell. He's out. Here they come around the curve and transition down the stretch.
Just like Everton Clark in the lead in the blue and the gold. Can he hold on?
It's going to be very tight at the finish. I think Jamari Rose is 400 strength, telling in the closing meters, and Rose comes through to snatch it.
Got left around the curve as the real sprinter types, and this is Mitchell on the track. Unfortunate for him to pick up an injury. The only good thing with an injury this year is that the world champs are so far down the season. As it stands now, he has to be ready for the national championships in June. Sorry to see him go down.
20.98 the winning time for Jamari Rose. 45.6 400 man is run on Jamaica's World Championship 4x4 team, and he wins that event. in 20.98. Not as fast as the winning time from the first section. We go to another heat of the men's 200 meters.
I hope his injury is something that he'll be able to recover from in time for the national championship.
.80 from Brendan Rodney, the time to beat. Let's see any of these men can better that. We don't have the lineups for these events, so we're trying to make out the athletes as we go along. In the 200 meters, they head down the stretch here. 20.80, the time they are chasing. And nothing coming up on the stadium clock just now for that section of the men's 200 meters. You're watching live coverage of the Digicel Grand Prix Finals from GC Foster College in Spanish Town, St. Catherine. What a night it has been so far, a night of stunning, unbelievable performances. Hubert Lawrence has been around for a long time, but even he has been shocked by some of the performances that we have seen, and not to mention them.
I've been watching Tyrese Taylor all season, the Enid Bennett boy. 153 point at the Western Relays here for 800 meters flat. 151.4 relay splits in the medley at Gibson McCook. 151.6 I think it was at Central Championships. His times are trending down, but this is a shocker. This is a depth charge to 148.8. He looks like now he has the blend of speed and strength, strategy and determination to run those fast times. If Farquharson can get back together for championships, plus Tyrese Reed who won 149.30 today, and Blackman 150.48 the season and 149.9 relay splits at Gibson McCook. That's a splendid race for championships.
I tell you what I've been impressed with about Tyrese Taylor this season is the way he's been willing to take the races on. And I think a lot of that comes from the confidence of winning the Champs Class 2 title last year. He's not been afraid to take on the field no matter what. Well, we've said enough about Tyrese Taylor, or maybe not. We're still going to talk about him later on. But coming up, Tia Clayton, the 14-year-old record holder in the 100 meters. She's 11:37 at her best. She's coming up in the under-17 girls 100 meters after this break. Copa America Brazil 2019 live on SportsMax, June 14 to July 7. You can't afford to miss it. Brazil, Argentina, Uruguay, just some of the top teams that will be in action. You're now watching live coverage of the Digicel Grand Prix Finals from GC Foster College, Spanish Town in St. Catherine. We've already had an amazing evening of track and field, and let's have a look at how the point standings are shaping up. They are eager, those fans here at GC Foster College. This is after the 200s. On the girls' side, Hydel 84 points ahead of Eden Allen 63, Homewood Technical third on 62, St. Jago 29, St. Mary High have done well on 26. So Hydel well on their way to the girls' title here. On the 17 girls 100 final, Tia Clayton goes in lane 5. Sent off. Clayton had a little slip at the blocks. Now she gets going. Tia Clayton in front. Look at her blow the field away. Tia Clayton pulls away and wins. 11:35. Positive 2.0 meters per second, rounded down to 11:32. She goes even faster. Wow.
Wow. This is sensational. The wind just over the allowable at 2.07. But here she is, little slip at the start, but comes out to the drive phase flying, and even though she's small, keeps those strides wide open and eats up ground for someone that size. Sensational running. 11.37 at Central Champs, 11.35 with a little W beside it here.
Wind assisted 11.32 seconds, so it will not count as a record. Alana Reed 11.59 and Karika Hill 11.71 seconds.
That is still a very, very impressive run. I'm extremely happy to see these times dropping here today. The future for these youngsters and Jamaica is so, so bright. The times that these kids are running, the records that they're breaking, the way they're looking doing these things, Champs is going to be an event this year.
It certainly will be. Ahead of the under-17 boys 100 final, let's have a look at the point standings. Kingston College still at the top with 72 points. Jamaica College close on 64 points. They are 8 behind. Calabar losing ground. They're in third on 49 points. Buff Bay, the Eastern School, doing well in the top 5, along with Excelsior and Petersfield, all have 15 points. Here's one of the races that we were definitely looking forward to, the boys under 17 100 final. It includes Tariq Stennett of Kingston College in lane 4, a 10:37 man at his best. He did that last year. And Vashon Vassiani of St. Jago goes beside him in lane 5. This is a fine battle expected.
They've met on the relay a couple of times with Vassiana sweeping Stennett on the backstretch. They run second leg both of St. Jago and KC. But no, Stennett's in great shape. 10-2 to win the corporate era champs. Vassiana 10-6-0 to win central champs. On time, the St. Jago boy should have the advantage.
Nkume Boaji of Kingston College also in the lineup. He should give them big points here.
Third at corporate era champs, a fantastic starter. Won class 3 last year in record time.
This, to me, is definitely the clash of the meet, this race.
Boys 100, under 17. Remember, there's still Stevens Everett to come.
Yes.
Stennett in 4, Vassiana in 5. Kalani Cook, the Western champion, in 6. Off. Oh, Cook got up well for Green Island. Kalani Cook in front. Vassiana and Stennett together. Stennett ahead of Vassiana, and Stennett wins it. Oh, 10:37. Positive 0.5 meters per second. 10:37 last year, joint fastest time ever run by a first-year Class 2 boy with Javon Matheson. Comes back here and runs 10:48.
Very, very impressive. I thought if they were both fit, this would be the result because of the start, because the hurdler has to avoid the drive phase. But here, Stennett very sharp, very impressive at 10:48.
looked as if he had a lot left in the tank, Hubert. He started looking around, very comfortable, very relaxed for the win.
That's the difference. Vassiana straining and pushing, but Stennett calm enough to look left, to look right at Vassiana, and then look left, and then look right again like he's crossing the road. Nice run by Stennett, 10-4-8, impressive. He's back to his best.
Vassiana has been doing a lot of the talking this season, but it's Stennett who gets the win at 10:48. Vassiana 10:54, that's a personal best for him, well done. And Nkume Buaji 10:71, finishing in third.
Can you imagine, under 17, 10-71, adrift at third.
The under 20 girls coming up in the 100 meters, but Shawana Ebanks is at trackside.
I'm with Tariq Sennett of Kingston College, running an absolutely fast time here tonight, coming into this race, the matchup between you and Vassiana. How did that play on your psyche?
Well, first and foremost, I'd have to give God thanks for this picture. The rivalry between me and Vassiana was a good one. I think that's the reason why I was able to push and run such a good time.
And how pleased are you with your time this evening?
Well, I'm very good, It's a good time leading to champs.
Thank you so much.
All right, thanks.
All right.
The under 20 girls in position for their run at 100 meters. 5 Immaculate, Bonnick St. Jago, Morrison St. Jago, Slowly Campion, Steele, Homewood, Myrie Petersfield, Wallace of Homewood, and Shanice Walker of Hydel.
Myrie won at Western Championships and might just be the favorite over Steele, won at Central Champs in Class 2. 11.35 for Myrie, a personal best I recall, 11.50 for Steele. Steele at her best, a very good starter. Has to start well here to win.
Myrie looked flawless at Western Champs. She's in lane 6. Sent off. Sashika Steele gets up well. Myrie stays patient through her dry face, but Steele has the lead. Myrie with work to do. Steele a step on the field. Steele ahead of Myrie. 11.50, bang on the meet record set by her teammate Michelle Harriet, and bang on the time she set 2 seasons ago at the Grand Prix Finals. Rounded down now to 11.48. She breaks the Digicel Grand Prix record plus 0.8 meters per second the wind speed.
Easily done today. She kept focused. Her drive face was exceptional. She lifted those legs. She kept going. Hence, she has the record. She looks really, really good.
The start critical, got out like a bullet out of the blocks, and very good at 200 meters. So is Myrie, but once you get a step on the feet, they both at the same top, and she goes to win. In the finger on the lips, like Usain Bolt in the year 2012 Olympic Games. 11.46 personal best. Steele is strong, and she's back.
11.46 the winning time for Sashika Steele. Myrie 11.64, and Kishana Wallace of Homewood third, 11.76. Big points in that race for Homewood. They are challenging for this title with Hydel.
Good solid team. Some top end may not be there. Haven't seen Harriet all season. Haven't seen Shannon Allison all season. But Steele steps into the gap admirably and takes care of business.
Saw Michelle Harriet at the Stets Invitational at St. Elizabeth Technical High School. Ran there, said she was feeling good, and once she didn't get hurt for the remainder of the season, she would be fine. Didn't run at Central Champs, so not sure exactly what that means, but if she's fit, she adds another dimension to this race. Shawana Ebanks is at trackside.
I'm with Sashika Steele. Quick question. Who were you quieting or shutting up earlier when you crossed the finish line?
Just watch out for Sashika Steele at Champs 2019.
That's it. That's all we need to hear. Watch out for Sashika Steele at Champs 2019. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Had she been in Tampere, Finland, had Harriet been there with Brianna Williams and Kivona Davis, Jamaica would have won the 4x1 gold medal. Great team.
The lineup for the under 20 boys 100 meters: Dylan Henry, JC, Jaheim Henry, Morant Bay, Kishane Thompson, Convermess Hill, Mikolai Everett, Jamaica College, Deschanel Dyer Stets, Giovanni Purser, St. Mary High, Michael Stevens, Calabar, and Emmanuel Agenor, Turks and Caicos, St. Jago, lane 8.
Thompson, the central champion for Governor Masseo, and the top two from the corporate area, Everett and Stevens, also in this field.
Under 20 boys, 100 meters. Man versus boys. Sent off. Nikolai Everett gets up well. So does Michael Stevens. Stevens with the lead ahead of Nikolai Everett. Everett along with Dyer. Dashing on. Dyer stuns the field. Wow! The Western champion out of the barn of Ronaldo Walcott stuns the field here and wins in a massive personal best.
Backs up his Western Championships 100 title, known as a 400-meter hurdler, but showing brilliant speed this season and has come with 2 big wins in the 100. There he is, Dashanel Dyer of Steds.
Dyer is a Carifta 400-meter hurdles bronze medalist at the under-18 level. He has run 10.80, 10.80, 10.84, and now 10.40 for 100 meters in 2019. The 400 hurdles seems a thing of the past.
That was definitely the upsetter race. I'm not sure if that was expected, but it happened here, and he has sent out some shots.
Wow.
Winning this race here this evening.
The crowd is a buzz. 10.40. The central champion, Kishane Thompson.
I'm not sure that's the right order.
10.47.
Stevens clearly second in that race. Kishane a little bit back, ahead of Everett, who was third. That was my look when I saw as the race crossed the line.
I think they're fixing it now. So Dyer 10.40, Stevens 10.45 in second, Thompson 10.47 in third, Everett in fourth at 10.50. You just don't know what's going to happen in these races. Hubert, your famous line.
Have to run the races. You have to run the races to see what's happening. But Dyer, 10.40, brilliant run.
Shawana Ibanks is with the 100 under 20 boys champion, and it's not the man we expected.
Neither of them.
No, it isn't, Ricardo. This is the big man, Deschanel. Congratulations on your amazing performance tonight. Now, coming into this race, it was about Everett and Stevens, but you came out here and you blew the field away. How do you feel?
Well, I feel extraordinary. I'm happy for this win, and words can't imagine how I feel right now.
What does this mean to the Steds family?
Well, I don't think it don't really mean much, because it's not like Steds have been the bottom at the table for everything. Because as you can see, we have the fastest junior in the island, but he's just injured now, so I guess we just hopefully that.
And what message are you sending heading into Boys Champs?
I have no message sending into Boys Champs.
You're just going to continue doing your best. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Deschanel Dyer there of St. Elizabeth Technical High School winning the boys class 100 meters, upsetting the 2 favorites here tonight.
I think he just won a battle with his coach, Ronaldo Walcott, because he's been running 100 and 400-meter hurdles. And it looks like he's a sprinter now. Goodbye 400-meter hurdles.
I actually think that Coach Ronaldo Walcott wants him to run the 100. I had a chat with him at Western Champs, and based on that discussion, I got the distinct impression that this is the event he wants Dyer to run, especially given how much he had been improving.
Yep.
From the 100 meters, we are going to take a break from GC Foster College in Spanish Town. When we come back, we're going to have the relays, and we're going to start with the sprint medley. Home of champions, the home of the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games. You can watch extensive coverage on SportsMax, and of course you can watch all the features building up to the 2020 Games. We're at the Digicel Grand Prix Finals at GC Foster College in Spanish Town, St. Catherine. It's been an evening of shocks. What is not a shock is that Heidel leads the girls' standings on 104 points ahead of Edwin in 76, Homewood Technical 71, and St. Jago 41. Just 2 events to go on the girls' side, the sprint medley open final and of course the 4x4 final. It means that Heidel have pretty much won this title and dethroned the 4-time winners Edwin Allen, like we told you at the top of the show would happen.
Strong performance by Heidel. Coach there, Corey Bennett, does a good job putting out a strong squad every season, gets his reward today.
There's the lineup for the medley: Spalding, Homewood Technical, Excelsior, St. Mary High, Edwin Allen, St. Elizabeth Technical, Heidel, and St. Jago. Of course, they will run 400, 200s, and an 800 leg to close.
Because there are no 4x1s here, this might not be an exact preview of the girls' champs medley, because teams can, as they did at the Gibson McCook Relays, put out an all-star school team, and you can see Bethany Bridge up there, for example, Salisha Miles out there for Edwin, because they would normally be in individual events and 4x1 relay. So here, this is special, where you can put the best team have available here and in the 4x4 later on.
Yeah, just like last season, Edwin Allen, for example, used Rashana Dwyer to anchor their medley team. And I think we are going to see a lot of that tonight, like you pointed out. And it also makes for faster times, because in the history of champs now, remember that what you get in terms of the medley are the athletes who may not necessarily be able to make individual teams, but with the advent of the Digicel Grand Prix Series and this event being added, you get all-star teams at the Gibson McCook Relays here, and so you get significantly faster times than you would get at champs.
One of the bright moments, the win by the Queen School in the med at Gibson McCook for 0083 there, in an exciting race with Dazzy Freeman and Brittany Brown, and that has gotten some Queen's Pass students revved up about giving back to their schools in track and field, so hopefully that sort of thing will continue.
Medley Open, the penultimate race on the girls' side for the Digicel Grand Prix Finals 2019. By now, Heidel would know that they are well on course to win the title, and they're favorites to close the show with a win in the 4x4 as well, if Coach Corey Bennett decides to send out his strong team.
Well, let's see about that 4x4. We'll talk about that a little bit later on.
Indeed we will. Homewood Technical in this medley, not in the 4x4. Not quite ready for them yet.
Homewood have had some bad luck in the 4x4. A cramp in the heats got them knocked out of qualifying for the Gibson McCook 4x4, and in the 4x4 at Central Champs, a cramp on the ankle leg got them knocked out of a chance to challenge for the gold medal. They've got a strong squad. They won early races this season, the 4x4s.
They sure do have a strong squad. We saw Ricky and Russell at 400 today, and Danielle Adair. Oh dear. Set off for the sprint medley open for girls. Spalding, Homewood, Excelsior, St. Mary, Edwin Allen, St. Elizabeth Technical, Heidel, and St. Jago on the outside. St. Elizabeth Technical running well down the backstretch. Heidel out in lane 7, having a good start as well. Edwin Allen running steadily in the center of the track, off screen at the moment as they turn for home. Stets, Heidel.
Jada Martin of Heidel ran a great first leg for her team early this season and is finishing strongly.
Strong opening leg for the Heidel team. Jada Martin gives them the lead. St. Elizabeth in second, ahead of Homewood Technical on this first 200 meters leg.
The job of the 200 sprinters is to keep the baton flowing fast and to give the 800 runner as much of a margin of safety as possible.
Edwin Allen will run fast on this leg.
It's like Sanishi Miles, so he's coming out to the pack and putting the team in a good position.
Heidel ahead of Edwin Allen. Homewood Technical in third position. A lot will be decided by the athletes on the anchor leg, the 800 meters leg. Heidel down the stretch with the lead. Edwin Allen, Homewood Technical close. Oh, this is going to come down to who has the better 800-meter runner, or even the best 800-meter runner, with Homewood Technical relatively close.
Abigail Brooks carrying for Heidel, former 400-meter runner specialist, moved up to 800 meters as a couple of steps ahead of Edwin Allen.
Heidel and Edwin Allen in the medley. Homewood Technical back in third position.
Kayan Green carrying for Edwin Allen, and on paper, she'd be the favorite to carry her team to the win.
Have to favor Edwin Allen here, no doubt about it. Kayan Green is a fine competitor at 800 and 1500 meters and has had a solid season as well.
Looking very, very comfortable behind Heidel at the moment, so they should win this race.
If this were a 400 meters race, then Abigail Brooks would fancy her chances and would be expected to win. But at 800 meters, it's Kayan Green.
I've seen Green run some pretty good 4x4 legs as well, so has a good balance of speed and endurance.
Homewood Technical back in third and not really making up any ground on the top two. I feel like Kayan Green is just waiting to strike.
Looks that way, and as you say the word, she strikes and moves into lane 2, goes past and opens up a small lead.
Edwin Allen know that they will not win the Grand Prix for 2019, but they can still win the Sprint Medley Open for girls. And Kayan Green is going about business with 200 meters to run.
Looks comfortable, broken the chase, broken the pursuit of Brooks, and that's 10, 20, 25 meters clear.
The record 3:54.95 set last year. Down the stretch they come. Of course, this is only the second year of running the medley at the Digicel Grand Prix. Edwin Allen will run away and defend their sprint medley title. Kayan Green anchors them to another record, or does she? Wow, 3:53.94, 3:53.98. It is a Digicel Grand Prix record. I tell you what, Digicel Grand Prix, Digicel has a lot of money to pay out for these records this year.
Most definitely. All these records that are being broken are impressive running by these kids, and I'm really, really happy to see the improvements that are happening here from the various schools.
2:08.8 for Green, a controlled anchor leg, never really in trouble. Tracked Brooks for the first lap of the anchor leg. When she was ready, on the back stretch, on the last lap, went up to lane 2, shifted into 3.5 gear, and motored away.
And let me also explain, the Digicel Grand Prix record is not the best performance ever done at the finals. As we have a look at the result, 3:53.96, Heidel 3:59.51, Homewood 4:03.10. It's not the best performance done at the finals. The Digicel Grand Prix record is the best performance across all 5 Digicel Grand Prix meets. And in the history of the Digicel Grand Prix meets, you're actually talking about more than 5 meets, because before it was in this format, you also had Camperdown Classic Youngster Smith as part of the Digicel Grand Prix series. So it's the best performances from the first year of the Digicel Grand Prix series. So the quality of what we're seeing tonight is quite impressive. Shawana Banks has been impressive. She's trackside.
Thank you, Ricardo. I'm with Kayan Green of Edwin Allen High, the anchor leg runner in this record-breaking relay. Talk to me about your last leg.
It was kind of difficult because when I was behind the other girl, but I kept the faith and I keep on pushing.
How did you find that drive to go forward?
I don't know, miss.
You dug deep.
Yes, miss.
Thank you, Ken.
You're welcome.
Ricardo?
Thank you very much, Shawana Banks. As we get ready for the boys sprint medley, we have a look at the point standings on the boys side. Kingston College with a commanding advantage. Told you this is how it really would pan out. 130 points. Calabar 88. Have done well despite a couple of slip-ups really. 88. Jamaica College 75. Petersfield 30. And St. Elizabeth Technical on 23.
KC solid and strong again. Polished professional performance last week and a repeat this week, and Calabar coming through the pack to get second.
Calabar untidy today. Kingston College solid.
Yep. I think by now the Calabar staff would have had a good chat with Kamara Farquharson. Has known to do this from time to time before, and we'll get him back on track. He'll need to be on track for championships at 800 meters.
Yeah, certainly. Boys sprint medley open. You're not going to win every day, but you've got to give off your best every day.
I think so, but with youngsters, it's a journey, isn't it, Julia?
It most definitely is, and one of the big issues that athletes have, you know, it's our patience. We want it now, we want it now. So
there's the lineup. Homewood Technical, Excelsior, St. Mary High, Louisville, Kingston College, Edwin Allen, Jamaica College, and Calabar. We see Louisville for the first time at the Digicel Grand Prix Finals.
They're from St. Elizabeth and had a couple of very good 800 boys in the past, in the early 2000s.
Kingston College with Javad Black on the opening leg. The former St. Jago High man leads them off in this sprint medley. They have a fabulous team here.
Have a choice of anchormen, but their favorite is Mills, Kabiba Mills, the 152 relay man from Gibson McCook.
Calabar in the lineup as well. In lane 8. Excelsior there too. Away they go. Calabar on the far outside. Kingston College through Black in the center of the track. And the boy in purple and white flies down the backstretch. Looks like Brandon Heath on the opening leg for Calabar in lane 8. Is it? Maybe not. But it's Black for KC. They head down the stretch for the first time. Calabar, Jamaica College, Kingston College. Here they come to the first change. Calabar, Jamaica College, Kingston College. Calabar with strong 200 medley legs, so too JC. Let's see how they go here. Kingston College with a super 800 man. Oh, the Calabar athlete has lost his way. He's completely lost it. And Calabar will be in problems. That is shocking. Kingston College in second, Jamaica College trying to take that position away from them. But it's Calabar with the advantage. JC and KC chasing, and KC and JC have very good 800 runners as Stefania Gale takes the baton for Calabar. Therese Roden is on the anchor leg for Kingston College. He's their #1 man. They've sent him to the medley tonight.
They've come for the Grand Prix prize to finish in style. Roden won 50.70 last at the Curve the Trials and has run solidly this season. Takes his team right through to the lead.
Fabian Campbell is the man running the anchor leg for Jamaica College.
Ran a couple of 151 middle legs last year, but is good from 800 right out to the steeplechase and the 5,000.
You talk about last year with Fabian Campbell, Hubert. Remember at the Gibson McCook relays in that amazing medley race, he anchored them to a shot victory there, and he takes the lead.
even in the end, I'm sure by now Kingston College realize that they have won the championship and they're still sending a message.
I think they've also said to themselves they're probably not going to win that 4x4 with against that Calabar team if they send their strongest unit. And so they give Therese Roden a shot at an 800 run going into champs. Fabian Campbell leads for Jamaica College. Edwin Allen also in the mix as well. In third position, Devania Gill back in fourth for Calabar. I think that's Desroy Jordan who might be on the anchor leg for Edwin Allen, the young man from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Fabian Campbell with the lead. Therese Roden for Kingston College right there with him. Jamaica College, Kingston College battle. Calabar battling Edwin Allen for third. Campbell and Roden. Campbell and Roden. Oh, this is a tight one. Campbell gritting his teeth, but Roden has what it takes. Therese Roden leads KC to victory and another Grand Prix record. Oh, we've said that so many times tonight, and we say it again. 3:25:04, the time adjusted to. It is still a Grand Prix record. 3:25:32 for JC, 3:27:25 for Calabar. Gosh, this is unfair now.
And for a boy who has run 150.7 for 800 meters, an anchor leg at 151.6 is easy. Tucked in, got to the lead, eased back, shift down to a lower gear, and then in the straightaway, came past the game Campbell and took care of business for Kingston College. 3:25.04. Nice move at the end.
Very much so. Very big talent. Quality run here this evening.
Therese Roden anchors Kingston College to medley victory at the Digicel Grand Prix Finals. 3:25:04. JC 3:25:32. Calabar 3:25, 3:27:25. That's a good time, but they're so far back in third. Shawane backs.
All right, guys, I am joined by the winning Kingston College team, speaking with Therese Roden. Final leg, talk me through it.
Well, I'll give God thanks. I know that I'm the best in the field, so I just came out here execute, haven't done that 800 this season, and seeing that my competitors have gone below 149, so I just came out here to see the shape I'm in and prepare for the championship.
And what have you realized from this race about your shape?
Well, I was very easy, so I know that coming to champs, I put myself on, expect something special.
All right, congratulations, guys. Back over to you, Ricardo.
Thanks very much, Shawane Banks. Jawad Black starting them off. Therese Roden finishing things off.
Did I see Jermaine Johnson too on the 200 legs? But very comfortable for Roden. 151.6. Asanta, under control. He said he's the best, but he's not boasting. That's just what the facts are against that caliber of rival on the 800 leg. Very good run by KC.
We're getting ready for the final track event of Digicel Grand Prix Finals 2019, the 4x4s, the girls final, followed by the boys final. Coming into this, here's we're having a look back at the medley for boys. Oh wow, the Kingston College athlete
hits the barrier in his stomach, rolls over.
My gosh, I hope he's gonna be all right. That could have been dangerous.
Dramatic, and hopefully the young man will be okay.
Well, it has been a dramatic night here at GC Foster College as you get ready for the 4x400 Open final for girls. The penultimate race of the meet. Stets, Edwin Allen, Hydel, Petersfield, Excelsior, St. Mary High, Spalding, and St. Jago.
Hydel here, the best of the teams entered in this 4x4. This is Dorian Nelson of Excelsior. She anchored her team to victory at the Corporate Era Champs last week. And Edwin Allen, winners at Champs last year, not quite so strong at 4x4 this season.
Yeah, David Riley consistently changing the order of his 4x4 teams on both the boys and the girls
and let me
side.
go back. Heidel across the line first last year at championships, but disqualified, and there's an ongoing protest for that as well.
Final of the 4x400 open for girls. Nelson to lead off the Excelsior team. Heidel, the favorites here, as they try to finish with a bang. Cherokee Young, like she's done a few times this season, leads her team off, looking to give them the lead from early. They've been able to maintain it every time. Away they go. Heidel in lane 3 with Cherokee Young. St. Jacob on the far outside goal. Well, too, Spalding have had a really good season at 4x4, and they have Annalie Waite, the Class 3 athlete, on the opening leg.
They've improved that 4x4 this season. Spalding, their coach Megan Copen-Wilson, like her family member Maurice Wilson, they love the 4x4.
They passed the 200 meters mark. Annalie Waite running well for the Spalding team. Cherokee Young coming through for Heidel in lane 3. Down the stretch they come.
Heidel is looking strong coming in, so is St. Jago.
St. Jago finishing strongly. St. Jago, Spalding, Heidel with the lead ahead of Spalding and St. Jago.
53-7 for Young on the first leg, and she's put her team out to a big lead.
This is what she's done all season. Carol White now on the second leg for this Heidel team, and we saw what White was able to deliver in the 400 under 17, 54-1 earlier today.
Part of 2 Penn Relay winning 4x4 squads for Heidel already, and medalist last year in Class 3 with a medal third with a big finish, and always wise on the 4x4.
Spalding, like they have done all season, chase this Heidel team.
Heidel is looking very, very strong, very, very confident. Let's see if they're able to pull off the win here with Spalding in chase.
Shakina Foot has run a fabulous second leg for Petersfield to put them in third, but it is Heidel ahead of Spalding.
54-8 for the second leg for Garrel White of Heidel, and you can see the lead is maintained. A chase on, Rowe trying to catch up for Spalding, but the lead for Heidel is commanding.
Michaelia Vassal on this third leg for the Heidel team. Kishiro, the under-17 800 champion, in second for Spalding. Sheena Stewart, the Western Champs Class 1 400 champion, now coming forward for Petersfield. But it's Heidel with a commanding advantage. Petersfield slipping into second spot ahead of Spalding. Down the stretch they come for the penultimate time. Heidel, Edwin Allen, Heidel, Petersfield, passed by Spalding, Edwin Allen in fourth. Here's the final change. Heidel ahead of Spalding and Petersfield.
55.8 for the third leg, and the battle in safe hands for Heidel. The impressive young one just won an individual race, and she steps up the back straight away, and she's in command.
Anika Makanov with the baton for the Heidel team.
Makanov, nice up the back straight away. Sort of cruises a little bit towards the back of the top of the back stretch and allows Spalding to get a little bit closer, but now she shifts into high gear.
Spalding giving everything they have, but it's Heidel heading into the straight with the lead with Anika Makanov. It's going to be a mad rush for second. Heidel and Makanov. The record is going to be safe, but Heidel closes the girls' Digicel Grand Prix with victory. They win the 4x4, they win the overall title, and they have $1 million to head back to Ferry in 2019.
Very, very commanding run, very, very commanding performance here this evening by the entire Heidel team. They came out and they earned this championship that they have won.
They certainly did. Told you at the top of the show that I thought they had the team to win it. Coming in, I'd actually scored them 115 and 100 to Edwin Allen. They have surpassed that 115. Edwin Allen won't get to the 100. but it's been a strong night for Heidel, closed off with a fine 4x4 victory.
The fastest 4x4 this season, 3:37.9 on the clock I saw downstairs, and Mackinac 53.9 on the anchor leg. This is a strong squad. They've lost Shian Salmon to graduation. She was their team leader last year, but the team is still very solid.
3:37.98, 3:39.94. What a run for Spalding. Petersfield 3:40.67, Edwin Allen 3:41.29. The time so fast. Shawana Banks.
Thank you so much, Rickard. I'm talking with Heidel's captain, Cherokee Young. Not only did you come out here tonight and win this relay, but Heidel High are the girls' champions here. How does that feel?
Well, we're pretty excited, and we just want to give God thanks for everything.
Now, after not winning the 800 meters, how important was it for you to come out here and cop the gold in this event?
Well, it was very important because 4x4 is a signature event for my team, and coming out here and winning means a lot to the team. So I just came out here and did it for myself and also the team.
Congratulations, team. Back over to Ricardo Chambers.
I felt like those words came from the mouth of the coach, Corey Bennett. The 4x4 is a signature event for Heidel. The boys 4x4 to close the show. The girls champions have been decided, so too the boys champions. But just one race to come. Jamaica College, Edwin Allen, St. Mary High, Racees, Calabar, Homewood Technical, Excelsior, and Kingston College. Final race of the Digicel Grand Prix Finals for 2019. It will go down in the history books as the best yet.
Was certainly an impressive season this year. We saw a lot of stars emerge. We saw a lot of records broken. A lot of athletes won a lot of money, and I'm sure they have better for the sixth staging of this event.
Calabar will go in lane 5.
Dramatic for the entire series. Very dramatic tonight with sensational marks. The Queen Henry looked good at 400 meter hurdles today. The Calabar #1 in that event. And looking forward to champs. Looking forward to this 4x4.
For a large part of the season, he was the #1. 52.6 today, looking really good. But Danvers, who didn't finish the Grand Prix 400 hurdles, has gone 51.7. That was at corporate. Racees in lane 4. Is that Raheem Scott on the opening leg for them? Jamaica College, they have looked good today, haven't they?
Yes, very good indeed. The Racees school, you mentioned Raheem Scott, second at 200 in lane #1. They are, of course, the Western champions at 4x4.
Edwin Allen in the lineup as well. They occupy lane 2. Homewood Technical have had good teams all season.
Central champions at 4x4. And have Bobby McPherson in that team. Outstanding since the second week of the season. 48.4 for 400 at Kirkvine early in the season.
4x400 open for boys. Final event of the Digicel Grand Prix Series 2019.
We should see some big performance here in this race.
Sent off. Jamaica College, Edwin Allen, St. Mary High, Racees, Calabar, Homewood Technical, Excelsior, and Kingston College. Look at the start from Excelsior. They are in lane 7.
Going really hard on the outside. They've got a strong 4x4 unit this season with Devontae Archer and Macaulay Johnson when he comes back.
Devontae Archer on the opening leg here for Excelsior. And
Usually
he's
runs
gone
his
out
second
quickly.
leg, but burning his first leg.
David Riley has changed his team around consistently all season. Homewood Technical also running a strong first leg. So too Racees, Calabar. Here they come towards the first change now. Homewood Technical just ahead of Excelsior. Racees and Calabar. Jamaica College with Raheem Robertson on the second leg. Down the back stretch they come. Demar Francis with the baton for the Excelsior team. Homewood Technical in second. Javon White pushes through now for Racines, the Western champions. Homewood Technical fights back. Demar Francis comes forward for Excelsior. Niquain Henry draws closer for Calabar. Down the stretch they come. Homewood, Excelsior, Racines, and Calabar. Homewood and Excelsior. Here's the change. Homewood with the lead. Calabar has the corporate area 400 silver medalist Chavoy Reed on this leg. Homewood Technical still has the lead. Excelsior is there.
Henry brought Calabar back with a 47-second flat second leg.
Kiwani Campbell running this one for the Excelsior team. Chavoy Reed right on the shoulder of the Homewood man. Homewood, Calabar, Excelsior, Jamaica College, and Racines. That's the top five. Down the stretch. Oh, this is a really good run for Homewood Technical. Jamaica College coming back into third. Racines still there. Homewood Technical with the lead. Calabar hands Christopher Taylor the baton, and we all know what that means.
Taylor has some work to do. Sets off fast for Calabar, and Homewood have made him stretch.
Christopher Taylor heads beautifully down the back stretch. Right up on the back of Homewood Technical. They have 200 meters to run. Christopher Taylor is running his final Digicel Grand Prix race in high school. They turn for home. It's Christopher Taylor alone at the top now. Has a look around, realizes he's safe, and one of the greatest high school athletes closes his Digicel Grand Prix chapter in style. 3:09.71. Christopher Taylor does it again. 45.5 on anchor.
He closed that backstretch as if it was a walk in the park. This kid is just phenomenal. It's so impressive. His future is so bright. Calabar took the final event of the series looking impressive.
Well, it was expected that they would close the show with a win. 3:09.71. Jamaica College 3:11.02. Like it was at the corporate area championships. Calabar closed with a win, but it's Kingston College that's walking away with the title.
He sauntered at the corporate area championships. You told me he was trying to send a psychological point back to his team to boost them, but here got the baton behind enterprising Homewood team, and he had to step a little bit. 45.9 in the flat 400 today, and here had to let up the gas a little bit to get back. Got back in 45.5. That 3:09.71, the #1 time in Jamaica this season.
What a night, what a night, what a Saturday night.
Of record-breaking winnings.
3:09.71 for Calabar. Jamaica College, they improve with each passing week. 3:11.02. Homewood Technical 3:11.38. Those fans have been treated to a night of enthralling athletics, to a night of brilliance, to a night of superb performances, and they leave GC Foster College fulfilled. Yet there will be a tinge, in fact significantly more than a tinge of anticipation for what is still to come.
I think that tinge is colored light blue with Tyrese Taylor's vest color for Enid Bennett. Can he run a week and a half from now at that same pace and a touch faster to get past the record set by Sharon Burgess, late Sharon Burgess of Vertec in 1987. Second on that day, 1:48.86 by his cousin Kenwa Levy of Stets. Is this the year that record goes down?
Shawana Banks is at trackside.
Thank you so much, guys, with the record-breaking, the winning Calabar High School team. Of course, excluding Christopher Taylor. He's not feeling so well after that amazing final leg. But somebody else who had an amazing leg, you collected the baton in 4th place and you handed over in 2nd. Talk me through your leg.
Well, only thing that was on my mind is to collect the baton and give it over to my teammate as fast as possible.
Now, what does this win mean to you tonight?
It means it's just showing that Calabar will be a champs here to defend the title, because a lot of rumors going on that Casey is going to win champs. This is just a showcase of what is to come at champs.
So you're declaring tonight at the final of the Grand Prix that Calabar is going to be there defending their title at all costs?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Congratulations, you guys. And how do you feel closing out Grand Prix in this manner?
Well, it's a very wonderful feeling, and we look forward to winning the championship. It's a girls and boy championship, and next year's Grand Prix, we'll do it. We'll definitely get there.
All the best. Congratulations to Calabar High School. We're going to take a quick break. When we return, you will find out who the winning schools are, the presentations, and lots more here from the GC Foster Classics.
Jamaica College celebrating their $1 million. I think this $1 million is not for winning the boys title, by the way, but this was a competition put on by Digicel where spectators had to vote for their schools, and Jamaica College coming out on top there. Oh gosh, they're walking away pretty happy tonight.
It's a good night for Jamaica College. The sprinters look really, really good. McIntosh, and of course in Class 1, that lovely sprinting by Raheem Robertson shows that Neil Harrison hasn't lost his touch.
So we get ready for more presentations here. They also have a prize for the most improved school. I wonder who's going to get that. We'll see that in a short while as we get ready to see the final standings on board.